Ladies and gentlemen, race fans of all ages, welcome back to Maine's biggest and fastest, Wiscasset Speedway. Let me hear you make some noise for Group 1 opening day, folks. Are you glad to be here? Boogity, boogity, boogity. We've got the T&L Automotive Pro Stocks, the Darlings Brunswick Ford Super Streets, the Davis Erector Group Crate Modifieds, the County Truss's Pro 4s, and the Thunder 4 Minis, all in action for the first time of 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, racing is about to commence in about 20 minutes, but first, let's go pit side and talk with some of today's competitors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's opening day, and I'm going to kick things off with a couple of new Super Streets. Man, it's always nice when you get one new Super Street to join the field, but we've got a 2-for-1 package here with Brandon and Ben Jewett, father and son, number 97 and 77. So, Brandon, I'll start with you. How did this situation come about?
Well, I came to the track last year a few times, and that was a bad idea. My buddy Nick Morton was selling his Super Street, and he gave me a deal on it, so I ended up buying the car off of him, and my dad tagged along, so here we are.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Nick Morton won the Super Street 100 with it last year, right?
He sure did.
And now that's the 77 car right here, so it's sure to be a competitive piece, right, if you know how to wheel it.
Find out.
And then Dad, Ben, what's your story?
Well, I raced here back, I guess I got done about 20 years ago. This car has been living in the woods out by my house for the last 20 years, and I brought it in, rebuilt it, and here we are.
So this is your old Super Street?
This is my old late model.
Yep.
And I still got my old Super Street up behind the garage, too.
Man, and it was sitting out in the willy wags for 20 plus years?
Yes, it was. Trees growing up through it and everything else. It took a little bit of redoing, but got there.
Yeah, you guys must have had a long winter, hard-working winter to get two cars ready.
Yeah, it was a full-time job getting ready.
All right, so what's the expectations for today? Who do you think's faster out of the two right now?
I think probably Brandon is right now.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
You got this old dinosaur, and he's going with the Super Street 100 winning piece from last year?
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Brandon, you feeling all right?
Feeling pretty good.
All right, so you're a complete rookie, never raced?
Never raced anything in my life.
Never even started out in 4-cylinders. He's up in the Super Street class, folks. Love to see this Super Street class growing and very competitive, so good luck out there, guys.
Thank you.
Once again, father and son, Brandon in the 77, Ben in the 97. Good luck, Ben.
Thank you.
See you guys. All right, we'll keep it going with some Super Streets. How about this one? Caleb Emerson Maines is in the 4. And Caleb, you were in the 9 last year. Did that number not bring you good luck or what?
Yeah, we were driving it for the Thurlows and just decided to go a different route this year. So we got our own car and just brought it back into our own stable and went back to my old number that we ran for years.
Okay, I had no idea that you were running the car for somebody else last year. And so where'd this car come from? It's some old one that you had?
No, we picked this up in the late fall, I guess it was last year. Zach Bowie had run it at Oxford, and we took it all apart and reassembled everything, went through it, and kind of rebuilt the whole thing. And it's going decent today. We tested a few times early, when the practice started. And it wasn't great till the final practice. We threw the race tires on there, and I think we were top of the board. I think we were missing a few cars out there, but finally found a decent amount of speed, so just hoping we can carry that into the rest of the night.
Yeah, so any idea what the Thurlows are doing with the old piece?
I'm not sure. I think he was trying to sell it. I haven't really heard what they're doing with it, but yeah, we just went a different direction, and we got this one, and so we're focused on this year.
Yeah, well, if you can financially do it, it's always better to, like you said, have your own car in your own stable, right? So are you feeling a little bit more confident behind your own car?
Yeah, I mean, I was grateful for the opportunity last year, moving up in a new class. That was a leaf spring car. This one's a coil car, just a little bit different for what the equipment is there. Getting used to it still, but I think we'll have a good piece for the rest of the year.
All right, so back in his familiar number 4, Caleb Emerson Maines in the Super Street. Fear the beard, right, Caleb?
That's what they say, I guess.
All right, good luck, man.
Thank you.
See ya. Yeah, that's all I have to say to Logan Melcher. I just say, tell me something, and I know you are just barking at the bit to say some words to the fans, right, Logan? So what do you want to tell these people on opening day?
You're ready to see this little bright green thing right here. Just absolutely go forward. This thing right here, it's a missile, okay? It comes straight out of a Navy cruise ship. I brought it right here to Wiscasset Speedway, and it's going to take me home some hardware today.
All right, Cletus, settle down. Settle down. Logan, you missed out on the championship by what, like 6 points, I think it was?
Yeah, old Thickles, you got me at the end there. I thought I was going to get him, but heat race for like the second to last weekend we were here, I got caught up in somebody else's mess, and it was what it was. But when you come back a week later and win the Boss Hog, you just forget about championship. You still try, but it makes it sting a lot less.
Yeah, don't you forget it, folks. He's the reigning Boss Hog 150 champ, and so how's the opening day jitters? This car feeling shaken down pretty good, or she still got cobwebs?
I came here yesterday and I tested, and I tell you what, the reworked bravery to come out of turn 2 wide open with that wall coming at you. You're like, oh man, you're kind of leaving a mess in your britches, but you know, for a few laps later, you're right back into it. Then we come back today with a new mindset. I went home last night, I raced a little bit, you know, just to kind of get myself tuned up. I crashed, so I think I'll be good today. I think the thing's ready to go. I'm ready to go. The car, same setup as last year and the year before. It's going to be a missile, man. Just watch.
All right, so hey, I am a noob to iRacing. I've never done it. Is there a track on iRacing that you practice on that is like comparable to Wiscasset? Because Wiscasset's not on there, right?
Correct, it's not on there. Realistically, the track I feel is the closest to Wiscasset. It's actually Hickory. Hickory feels like the throttle points, and it's got a little more bank, and it's bumpy like this place, but it's like the closest you can get. And we do a lot of street stocks. You take a street stock there, it gets you ready for Wiscasset Speedway, man.
That is exactly what I wanted to know. So, Logan, thank you for the great advice. Good luck today, my man.
Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
See you, dude. All right, Sean Knight's back in the 25. Sean, we don't get to see you too often here. I don't get to interview you too often. So what's the scoop this season?
We're going to race here full time. See if we can get better. Try to at least get some trophies, good run, just get used to the place.
That's awesome. Glad to hear that you're going to be joining Maine's biggest and fastest full time. How's things feel in practice?
It was pretty good until we bolted our race tires on. We got to make some adjustments. We bottomed out pretty hard, so we'll get it figured out here in the heat, I hope.
Speaking of heat, how'd you draw?
We're starting third in the heat, first heat, so shouldn't be too bad. Obviously, Daniel's really good. He's going to drive away. See if I can somewhat keep up with him.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of a lot of eyeballs on him. He drew pole for his heat race, so yeah, a lot of people seem to be thinking that right now. But hey, Sean, I want to know a little bit about you away from the racetrack. What's a day in the life of Sean Knight like?
Oh, you know, I got a crew. We do flooring for a living, so that, a lot of home stuff. Working on race cars is, you know, a little bit of hunting here and there, but mainly trying to keep my flooring business going, keep my guys busy, you know, so they're extended family. Got to make sure they can make a living as well.
So what's that flooring? Is that like hardwood floors, tiles, carpet, or something?
Everything. Anything that is floors, showers related, we do it all.
All right, Sean Knight's your man for that. Thank you, Sean, for joining Wiscasset today.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Have a good day.
You too.
Oh, no.
Oh, David Speedleaf in the 58 Super. How's things feeling for you this year?
It feels good. It's starting out the same way it did last year. Going to be starting pole, so we'll see what happens.
You still doing 2 cars this season? You got the modified still?
I still have the modified. I need to clip it still, so that'll be back at some point.
Yeah, that's right. You guys ended up in the front stretch wall, and you hadn't. That's the last race that car saw, right?
Yeah. I stripped it, and I didn't have any inspiration to fix it.
And you still don't yet?
Not yet. We'll see what the mods look like next week.
You're gonna let them race it out for a few weeks and see how nice they want to play?
Yeah, we'll see. Might just fix it to sell it. Who knows?
All right. Well, at least for now, David Greenleaf is still in the very familiar number 58. How's it feeling in practice?
It feels like it's a rocket, so we're going to see what we can do from the front. Same thing as last year, going to win it.
I'm probably drawing a blank here. Did you pick up a win last year?
Yeah, opening day.
Opening day win. All right. Let's see if he can go 2 for 2 for opening day wins. David in the 58. Good luck, my man.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
See you, dude.
Yeah, talk to him.
All right, so this Pro 4 class has a ton of rookies this season, one of them including this 07 of Nicholas Spiotta. But for the meantime, until August, Josh Hall is going to be behind the wheel of it. Josh, you think you're going to do all these races until August, or what's the plan?
Right now the plan is just to get through today and see how everything shakes out. We might or might not even race next week.
So one race at a time, because you got your Super Street to worry about, right? That's top priority.
Oh yeah, the Super Street is definitely top priority.
So as I'm understanding, Nick's dad has been your spotter, right? Is that what he said? He has been your spotter for some years?
Yep, Nicholas's dad, Adam, has been my spotter for 4 or 5 years now.
And so now you're going to shake this car down for his young son, and his young son wants to just do 3 races at the end of the season, so that way he's still eligible for Rookie of the Year next year.
Yes, that's correct.
And so have you taken this thing out in practice? How's it feeling?
Oh yeah, I went out and practiced it, and it feels right where it was when I first got out of it.
Yeah, okay, so that's right. You're a former Pro 4 champion, the white number 17, very familiar. So this is one of your old cars?
This is our old car, yes. I never ended up winning a championship, but I got a bunch of race wins under it.
Yeah, that just blows my mind that 1 or 2 seasons there, I think you probably got the most feature wins, but didn't win the championship. So very, very weird how those seasons shook out. But yeah, so anyways, we'll get back on track here. You're doing double duty today in the Pro 4 and the Super Street. You looking forward to a fun time?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I've never raced 2 cars before.
Yeah, 2 cars in one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this just hopping back behind the wheel of this thing for the first time in 3 years. I mean, it's got to be a weird feeling.
Oh yeah, it definitely brings back memories. The car is exactly how I remember it.
All right, Josh Hall. He's in the 07 Pro 4 for some friends, shaking it down, and then his familiar number 117 Super Street in the 3rd year in the Super Street class, Josh. And we got a bunch of rookies or newbies, new people in that class. That Super Street class is getting really competitive.
Yeah, it is getting really competitive, and I'm hoping the car count continues to go up.
I'm glad you say that. You're not worried about more competition?
I want more competition. This Super Street class is already a hard class, and the more cars, the merrier.
All right, Josh Hall, good luck.
Thank you.
See you, dude. Here's another Pro 4 rookie, Sam Fogg in the number 54. Beautiful looking piece. I think like half the field out there is all brand new racers, Sam. And so what's your story? What made you want to come play at Wiscasset and join this class?
Well, I've run the last couple seasons at LST karting and ran Bartlett before that. And I just wanted to step it up to the next notch. Talking to some people, these look like a really good learning opportunity.
Now, I'm sure that there's more that I don't know about that came from karting, but one of them that I definitely know about is the 11, Austin Spencer. I'm sure you guys have a bunch of races together.
Well, he was actually a division lower than me, just age split up. But yeah, I've known him, and he's raced the same places as I have.
Yeah. So where'd this car come from?
This had been online for a couple years, I think, from Nicole Hatch, I think it was. And we bought it and completely redid it because it had been sitting outside for quite a few years. They just practice it, so it hasn't been around in like 4 years, but no.
Wow. Nicole Hatch, that name doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah,
who raced it before that?
It was a 45, and I'm blanking on the name right now. It used to be red and gray.
Brandon Gray?
No, the car was red and gray.
Oh, red and gray. Well, we got the 45 of Jay Plummer, I think, who still races. Not that one.
Not the same kid, no.
All right. Well, anyways, hey, going from karts to this thing, I'm sure that you came out in some practices before today, but in practice today, how are you liking being behind the wheel of something bigger than the karts?
It's feeling good. I like it. We seem to be pretty close on times to everyone else. It's a learning curve, but it seems to be going good.
All right, Sam Fogg, how old are you?
I am 18.
All right, and a rookie at Wiscasset Speedway in the Pro 4 class, number 54. We hope you have a great opening day out there, Sam.
Yeah, thank you very much.
See you, dude. Thank you. All right, this is a familiar face. In the 19 Pro 4, Chastity Shorty is back. And Chastity, I gave you a bunch of some jokes about your braids last year. Sometimes you had them in, sometimes you didn't. So I'm glad you brought them back. Didn't you say your friend did them for you?
Yeah, she's really good. I can't seem to figure out how to do them for some reason, but...
All right, so anytime that you see her, Chastity's French braids, you didn't do them yourself, right? You had a friend put them in?
Correct.
All right, well, they look very technical. You got a bunch of rookies joining this class this year. Have you noticed?
Yeah, hopefully they can just keep it clean, and, I mean, I guess that's really all you can ask for.
You looking forward to this season?
Yeah, I think it will be my last up here, sadly, but life goes on, I guess.
Why, what's the plan?
I'm going to North Carolina for college, so hopefully maybe we can bring it down there and try out some stuff, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know that this class is like formally called the Allison Legacy division or whatever, and so do they have a class for it at some tracks down in North Carolina?
They do. They travel, though,
Yeah.
and I think you have to make some changes for their rules, but might be a fun thing to invest in.
Yeah, that's a reasonable excuse. I mean, I thought, that's better than you saying that you're going to go race somewhere else next year just because of the track. I mean, you're going to college down in North Carolina, so what do you want to do in your future for a career? What are you going down there for?
I'm going to do automotive and NASCAR at Universal Tech, so hopefully get me into some race shops or something down there and just kind of keep racing in the career.
If you want to stay in this field and have a big career out of it and have the most opportunities, North Carolina is where you got to go, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I looked at some other schools, but they're not in North Carolina, so you're not really absorbed in the racing world.
Well, that's awesome, Chastity. We wish you luck with college next year, and we wish you luck in potentially your final season for the time being at Wiscasset.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, refresh my memory. Did you win the championship last year?
I sadly did not. I got third.
Third in the championship. All right, so you haven't won a championship yet?
Not yet. That's the goal.
That's the goal this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Go out with flying colors, right? Ride off into the sunset.
I hope so.
All right. Good luck, Chastity.
Thank you.
See ya. All right, Emmett Walker in the number 20. Emmett, this is like full year number 2, 2.5. You kind of had a half a season before that. I guess first question is how you liking this class?
I love it. I'm starting to get better under the wheel, but still got to do a lot more stuff to get better, but yeah.
Well, you were the rookie last year, but there's a lot more rookies this season, haven't you noticed?
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's a lot of them. Just got to work my way through them, try at least.
And you're still gunning for your first piece of hardware at Wiscasset, aren't you? You never even got a top 3 last year.
Yeah, I got one top 3 last year, but I'm going to try to win one this year, my best I can. But
That's right. Your goal was more trophies, but you got one last year, right?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
All right, still looking for that first win. Emmett, I see your parents giving you jabs on Facebook that you don't smile in your pictures enough. You working on that smile, my man?
Yeah, I'm going to try. I don't talk that much either, so that's about it.
Well, that's why I made an effort to come around and talk with you. I'm gonna get you out of your shell a little bit, get you to chat more on the mic, and hopefully we get to chat with you more on the mic on that side of the track, right?
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
Any changes to the race, procedure this season? Any major changes to the car over the winter?
New motor. Tires helped a lot. That's about it. New shocks. We got new shocks. Yeah.
Didn't you guys have 2 cars?
Yeah, we did. We still do.
So this is the car that you raced all last year, and you still have like kind of a backup car, but you've never raced it yet?
Yeah, that's true.
So what's the plan? What do you have that one for?
Just backup, just in case I wrecked it. I wrecked this thing hard last year in the wall, but we got it fixed up and it's going good now. So.
All right, Emmett Walker in the 20. Good luck today.
Thank you.
See you, dude. Lots of competition out there.
If you are a Subaru enthusiast and you haven't shopped Norm's Used Cars in Wiscasset, you are missing out. Norm's Used Cars specializes in previously enjoyed late-model, low-mileage Subarus, all hand-picked and meticulously gone over to be like new to you. And with over 100 Subarus on the lot starting at $49.95, they have a great selection too. Experience the difference at Norm's Used Cars.
That's not the norm. That's Norm's Used Cars.
Time to consider your future begins today. Entry-level trade positions now starting at $23.50 an hour and up to $28.19 an hour with experience. Same incredible benefits and career growth opportunities from high school graduation to an exciting career change. This is your time.
Join the legacy.
The world doesn't stop overnight, and neither do we. We're watching, tracking, preparing to keep you informed and ready for whatever your day holds. There for you when you need us most. Good Day Maine. Weekday mornings on CBS 13 and Fox 23.
Reliable forecasts live, on our weather app, social media, and even your car radio.
So that your plans won't ever need a rain check.
On your side, wherever and whenever you need us.
The CBS 13 Fox 23 Weather Authority team.
Oh yeah, how you guys all doing out there today? It is an exciting day around here, folks. It is opening day of the 2026 season, not only here at Wiscasset Speedway, but for the state of Maine. And we are happy that you are here on what has turned out to be a pretty beautiful April afternoon here at Maine's biggest and fastest. On behalf of Richard and Vanessa Jordan and the entire team here, thank you for choosing to join us. Hey, Tommy. Thank you for choosing to join us here for opening day. Group number 1. And why not go to the top shelf for the very first race? Our spotlight division today is the T&L Automotive Pro Stocks. The Melcher family stepping up to put their name on this division this season. And we have got 15 Pro Stocks in the paddock this afternoon to get things started. Young Daniel Harding in car number 38 out of Reedfield. To his outside in the number 17 down from the hills of Jackman, Maine. It is Andy Gilbert in the 17. Row 2 in the number 25, the man they call the Jackhammer, Sean Knight in the number 25, with Nick Calvert out of Steep Falls in the 07. Kevin Douglas is in the number 32 on the inside of row 3. To his outside, multi-time champion Josh St. Clair in that familiar yellow number 14. And on row number 4, Stephen Chicoine out of Windsor in the number 01, and David Getchell in the number 88. Barry Morris behind the wheel of the Norm's Used Cars Ford Mustang pace car. Johnny Black in the seat with him there on the outside. Dave Sturgis is on the flag stand and ready to go. And as usual, we'll turn things over to my partner in crime to call the heat race action, Nick Huff. And folks, let's get ready to race.
Thank you so much, Ken. Ladies and gentlemen, boogity, 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 it's opening day at Wiscasset Speedway. And what a nice, even, clean start up there. Gilbert still holding strong to the top side of Harding, but not into turn 3. Oh, look at that drive by Gilbert. He is still keeping nose out there for the time being. And now Harding is going to pull away. Gilbert finds an opening to get to the bottom, and they're still side by side for third. St. Clair on the top of Nick Calvert. And Sean Knight in the 25 makes up your top 5. St. Clair is going to clear Nick Calvert for third and set his sights on that 17 just ahead. Andy Gilbert holding down runner-up honors. Daniel Harding is checking out, folks. Graduating up from the late model division, Daniel Harding, the Coastal 200 winner from last season in the late model class, is now going to be a regular competitor with our Pro Stocks. And here comes Josh St. Clair. He didn't even try the bottom on Gilbert. It's opening day. Got to play it nice and clean. And so St. Clair kindly goes to the top side of Andy Gilbert and makes it a clean pass in about a lap and a half. St. Clair settles into second and already puts a couple car lengths on the 17. Nick Calvert in the 07, settling into fourth. Sean Knight has still been holding down the top 5 with a little bit of pressure from Kevin Douglas. Kevin Douglas in the 32, the only white car out there, is right up tight on the back bumper of Sean Knight, hoping the 25 makes a slip up. We got 2 to go for Daniel Harding. Top 4 is getting spread out, but things are still getting dicey there for the top 5. We've got the 01 of Stephen Chicoine, the only car on the top groove. 1 lap to go. Sean Knight opening the door ever so slightly for Kevin Douglas. Half a lap to go. Daniel Harding is coming out of turn 4 to lead it wire to wire. Josh St. Clair is going to take second. Andy Gilbert takes third. Nick Calvert for 4th, and Sean Knight fends off the charge from Kevin Douglas for that top 5 spot. 6th goes to Kevin Douglas, Stephen Chacoin 7th, and Dave Getchell 8th. 8 cars in the first heat, 7 are coming up next in heat 2 for the T&L Automotive Pro Stocks.
Yeah, this kid had quite a year, the late model champion. He did pick up his first Pro Stock win last year and was named at the Northeast Motorsports Expo as the premier driver of the year for the state of Maine. In the number 38 out of Reedfield, that is Daniel Harding, your heat winner. He'll start at the pole position for today's 50 lap spotlight feature for the Pro Stocks.
All right, now, Ken, I'm sure a lot of fans wonder how the starting grid is determined on opening day. This is the only time when they're going to draw for position, isn't it?
Yeah, open draw for all drivers today. The rest of the season's by handicap system. So the results of heat number 1 fill the inside lane. Heat number 2 will fill the outside lane for today's race. The rest of the year, it's all based on your points. The better success, the higher in the points you are, the further back you're going to start. This is heat number 2. And the lineup will go with Matty Beers at the point in the number 11B. He is out of Pittston. To his outside in the number 84 out of Woolwich, that is Jamie Wright. And what a pair here on row number 2. Top 2 in the class from last year. The reigning champion, Nick Hinckley out of Wiscasset in the number 15. And his good buddy and arch nemesis, Logan Melcher in car number 41 out of Fayette on row number 2. Row number 3, the Hall of Famer Kelly Moore in car number 47 out of Scarborough. To his outside, JT Thurlow out of Durham in the number 9. And Will Collins in car number 28 will fill out the field here for heat number 3. Heat number 2, that is. Will sporting number font and the same number and font that his dad, Bill Collins, used to race Strictly Streets and Supers here at Wiscasset many years ago. Lights off on the pace car. Dave Sturgis ready to turn them loose. Nate Sennett giving them all clear in turn 3.
And here they come, Matty Beers and Jamie Wright. Oh, Matty Beers with a great start. Nick Hinckley with a little bit of a slow start, losing ground on the top 2 rather quickly. Melcher has a half a fender on him on the top side. Melcher still working the top. He's picking away at it, coming out of turn 2 down the backstretch. He is almost clear. 41 versus the 15, the top 2 in the points last season. And Melcher is going to clear. Logan Melcher in the 41 is going to take 3rd all to himself. Now it is JT Thurlow looking to the top side of the reigning champion, Nick Hinckley. 2 cars pulling away, Matty Beers and Jamie Wright. Matty Beers has 1 Pro Stock feature win to his resume 2 years ago. And he likes to call himself a heat race hero. He has won a few heat races in that 11B. Can he do it again here on opening day? Jamie Wright is mimicking his every move and lap time. We're halfway through, 5 laps to go, and Jamie Wright is taking a slight look to the top. Jamie Wright in the 84 and Logan Melcher looks to be tightening the gap. The reigning champion, Nick Hinckley, not quite up to snuff with the top 3. JT Thurlow in the 9 is making progress in the second groove to take 4th away. 4 laps to go. JT Thurlow is going to take 4th. Kelly Moore is next in line in the 47 to look to the top of Nick Hinckley to round the top 5. We got 2 laps left for Matty Beers. Kelly Moore is going to complete the pass on Nick Hinckley for the top 5. Hinckley and Will Collins make up the rest of the field with 1 lap to go. Logan Melcher has caught the top 2 and sticks a nose to the outside of Jamie Wright. 1 corner to go. Matty Beers is going to be another heat race hero. Yes, Bob. Matty Beers with another heat race hero win to his resume in the 11B. Leads it wire to wire, fending off the nonstop charge from Jamie Wright. A valiant effort in the 84. And how about that Logan Melcher? Reeled them in from almost a straightaway behind. Give him a round of applause in the 11B, Matty Beers, for the second Pro Stock heat race.
All right, thank you, Nick. A couple of quick announcements. Unfortunately, we're having a little bit of technical issue on a couple things here on opening day. Not uncommon when you get this place ready in the early spring, but unfortunately having some issues with the scoreboard. If we can get that remedied during the show, we will, but we'll try to keep you up to date on lap counts and top 5 and such. And also, in relation to the issue with the scoreboard, we do not have PA over on the pit side as far as the play-by-play of the race, so apologies to those guys hanging out on that side. But we will get things right for you as soon as we can. But boy, good to see the parking lot full. Folks still coming in. And we've got quite a few new sponsors this season, and new sponsor in this 4-cylinder Pro Division. We first of all want to thank Brackett's Market for their years of dedication to this class, but this year County Truss from up north, but they do a lot of business down here in southern and central Maine as well. County Truss sponsoring the 4-cylinder Pro Division this year, and as usual, a lot of talented young racers, some moving up from the go-kart ranks up the road at Richmond, and has turned out to be a good little feeder class, getting young racers involved into race cars that have the full adjustability that their bigger cars have in the Pro Stocks and late models. First of 2 heat races for the 4-cylinder pros. Adam Taylor, last year's Rookie of the Year, finished second in this class on the number 8, and he'll start at the point. He is out of Searsmont. Then we have Jay Plummer out of Boothbay in the number 45. Dylan Anderson out of Warren in the number 81. Then we have Chastity Shorty in the number 19. You heard her in the pre-race interviews. Emmett Walker is in the number 20. To his outside, one of those aforementioned rookies in a nice Alan Kowicki throwback scheme. And then number 11, that is Austin Spencer out of Wilton. Accomplished little racer down up the road there at LST Motorsports Park in Richmond.
And this Pro 4 class continues to have a great revolving influx in new racers, and you'll see another handful of rookies in the next heat race. But so far for this first heat race, there's only 1 rookie at the tail of the field, Austin Spencer, and then a handful of them are in their second season, including Emmett Walker in the 20 and the 81 of Dylan Anderson in year 2. I could be mistaken, but I think Adam Taylor is in year 3 of this class. Oh, he's in year 2 as well, so Adam Taylor was the Rookie of the Year last season. My mistake. He's the leader in the 8 car. Adam Taylor in the 8, last year's Rookie of the Year, and he is checking out, folks. Jay Plummer in the 45, very comfortably in second place, leaving them to duke it out for third, side by side. Dylan Anderson gave Chastity Shorty a run for her money for a couple of laps there, but Shorty clears to take third all to herself in the 19. The Pro 4s once again picked up a new official title sponsor, County Trusses. sponsoring this class this season. And we appreciate them very much. As the first of 2 heat races gets pretty well spread out here, just past halfway. Adam Taylor, Jay Plummer, Chastity Shorty, your top 3. Dylan Anderson, Emmett Walker, and Austin Spencer fill the back half. Currently the fastest car, no surprise, is Chastity Shorty. She's the seasoned veteran out there. Chastity Shorty has a handful of seasons in this division, and she is closing in on second place as they're going to see the 2 to go flags, this time on the front side. A lap and a half left for Adam Taylor. He should have this in the bag if he doesn't make any mistakes, but second place is still up for grabs. Plummer trying to hang on from Chastity Shorty. Jay Plummer giving up that inside line. Chastity Shorty's looking in. Can she take advantage? Not quite there this time. Jay Plummer might hang on to this second place run. Adam Taylor's going to lead it wire to wire. Jay Plummer fends off Chastity Shorty for second and third. Fourth goes to Dylan Anderson. Fifth, Emmett Walker. And sixth is the rookie, Austin Spencer, in the beautiful Alan Kowicki throwback.
All right, this guy came into last year, as he said, as a rookie. He actually topped the division with 3 feature wins and took home Rookie of the Year honors on his way to finishing second in points in the number 8 car out of Searsmont. Adam Taylor is your heat winner. Adam certainly one of the contenders for the title this year, and you count Chastity Shorty in that, and Max Parlin will be coming out in the next race as well. Probably the 3 front runners for this class coming in this year, with Jackson Moorside, the defending champion, or reigning champion, that is, moving up to modifieds this year.
Group 2 modifieds, that is.
Yep. Regular mods, pass mods, sport mods, whatever you want to call them, but yeah. This is heat number 2. 10 laps will set the field for the outside lane for their 25-lap feature this afternoon. We have Brody Picard in the number 99 out of Palmyra. To his outside, 3 for Dale. That is Rowdy Romano out of Livermore. Rowdy ran an orange number 78 last year and trying to shake things up and shake off some tough luck with a nice Dale Earnhardt-inspired paint scheme on that one. Max Parlin is in the number 26. To his outside in the 07, Josh Hall kind of going back to his roots. Josh races in our Super Street division, shaking the car down for young Nicky Spiata, who's going to be racing that car later on this season. But Josh having fun going back down to his roots where he started here at Wiscasset. A couple of rookies on the back row. We have Sam Fogg out of Gray in the number 34, number 54 that is. And Dawson Gagnon is in the number 34 to fill out the field here for heat number 2.
Yeah, I knew there was a lot of rookies in this class, and this heat race has the majority of them. We've got 4 out of 6 cars. This is their first rookie season. No, make that 3. Brady Romano throws me off, or Rowdy Romano. He throws me off because he's got a totally different number and color this year in that 3 car. I thought that was a rookie racer. So we got half the field. 3 of them are rookies this season in this heat. Rowdy Romano unable to hang with the top 3. They shuffle him back into 4th, and we've got a 3-car breakaway here with Brody Picard, Max Parlin, and Josh Hall. And they're getting tight up there, almost bumper to bumper. Josh Hall is closing in and going into 3. Yes, we are just about nose to tail for the top 3. And making up the tail of the field, this guy didn't hardly get any practice today, having carburetor linkage issues in that number 34, Dawson Gagnon. So glad that he did get that figured out and is able to make the heat race, but a lack of practice for that 34 is keeping him from keeping up with the rest of the field. We're halfway, folks. 5 laps to go. Brody Picard gets shuffled out of line, and Parlin takes over the top spot, as well as Josh Hall files up through the bottom, and Picard gets shuffled back to third. Max Parlin leads this time. Max Parlin finished 4th in the championship last season with 2 feature wins, and Josh Hall hasn't been in this division for 3 years in that 07. And he's going for the lead, folks. The seasoned veteran, he is an expert in these Pro 4 cars. Josh Hall is back out front in the 07 with 2 laps to go. Max Parlin trying to keep him honest. Josh Hall's not quite running right away with this one. 1 to go. Hall's washing up high out of 4. Maybe that's part of his racing line. Josh Hall looked like it was pretty tight coming out of 4 last time, but I must be mistaken because he is pulling away from Parlin and coming to the checkered. Yeah, buddy. Josh Hall back on top for this division that he is so comfortable with. Formerly the 117. And that is his old car that's going to be raced by a rookie in August is what their plan is. But for now, Josh Hall is shaking it down and making sure it's fast. And it certainly is, folks. He's going to be holding the checkered here with official track photographer Jason Dickey.
Yeah, Josh actually has 7 career wins in that car. As Nick said, it's been 3 years since he's raced in this division. He's been running in the Super Streets last couple of years, and just like riding a bike, back on it and picking up a checkered flag. Josh Hall out of Mount Vernon taking the heat win. He'll start outside front row as we roll out the next class. It's the Davis Erector Group 207 crate modifieds. Ground pounders ready to go at it. 1 heat race today for the mod squad. 10 laps to set the field for their 30-lap feature this afternoon. Lineup goes this way. Ethan Guptill is in car number 14 out of Paris. To his outside, Wiscasset Speedway Hall of Famer Alan Moeller Sr. in the number 68. Another veteran on the inside of row 2, that is Billy Dixon out of North Waterboro in the number 33. To his outside, racing for Picard Brothers Racing. He's going to be in this class full-time this year. That is Nick Hinckley. And the top 2 in the class on row number 3, John Rickey is in car number 4. He was a 6-time winner last year, which topped all racers here at Wiscasset. But the champ is to his outside. Ryan Phillips is in car number 89. He is your reigning modified champion. And at the back row, Ryan Neal on the number 26 out of Wiscasset, and Doug Phillips out of Phillips in car number 8.
Yeah, Ryan Phillips had 7 second-place finishes last year and 1 win in the number 89. We're going green with the 207 crate mods. 207 crate mods brought to you by Davis Erector Group. Ethan Guptill unable to hang with the top contenders. The 14 is going backwards, folks. Something definitely amiss on the 14. They are all shuffling around him on the top as Alan Moeller Sr. leads the way. John Ricky in the 4, Nick Hinckley in the 15. Here comes the champ, Phillips in the 89 coming to the inside of Nick Hinckley. We're bumper to bumper with the top 4 side by side. Bill Dixon is still in the hunt. We've got an eruption. The 89 of Phillips goes up in smoke. And nice job by the 2 cars right behind him, Hinckley and Bill Dixon, with a smoke screen in front of them. And fortunately, they did not get caught up in anything. There could have potentially been fluid poured on the track right in front of them. And nice job for them to not spin out and cause any more accidents. Phillips stops on the front side here. He's climbing out, folks. Probably doing the best he can to keep fluids from being on the racing groove. Ryan Phillips certainly not having the opening day start he wanted. Just 3 laps into opening day for Ryan Phillips, and he goes up in a ball of smoke and throws the hood off of his machine. Certainly not too pleased. Alan Moeller in the 68 having a heck of a run so far. John Ricky, the defending champion, in the number 4, hot on his heels. Nick Hinckley was having a good run on the top side in the 15. Bill Dixon in the 33 was hanging there tight in the top 5. And then it was a little bit of a gap to the other competitors, such as Ryan Neal, Ethan Guptill, and Doug Phillips in the 8. AC Towing, the official wrecker service of Maine's biggest and fastest track, is on the scene for the first time in 2026, putting a car up on the hook of the AC Towing wrecker. Ryan Phillips is the first victim of 2026.
Yeah, and he won that championship last year based on consistency, and not a good start for him today. Cars pairing up to get back at it now.
Yeah, I think I misspoke there. I did say John Ricky was the defending champion, but I'm going to mix that up a lot. Where he had 6 wins, it was just like I thought he had it, but like you say, Ryan Phillips was Mr. Consistent last year, and he was the champion, but he is not going to continue competing in this heat race. And evidently there was no fluid put down on the track. The track is clean and clear, and we are racing once again. John Ricky shoots out around Alan Moeller on the top side. Ricky with a 15.6 second lap time. Alan Moeller with 16.2. Billy Dixon holding down 3rd. Nick Hinckley 4th. Ryan Neal is now back in the hunt. He got held up from that first start of the race. in the number 26, when Ethan Guptill in the 14 was not quite up to speed. He kind of dragged Ryan Neal behind, but now Ryan Neal gets a second chance. Nick Hinckley's going to look to the top of Bill Dixon, and Ryan Neal is probably thinking about capitalizing here to try to stick a nose to the inside of Hinckley if he can get close enough. John Rickey in the 4, pulling away. Alan Moeller Sr. having a heck of a run there in second. 1 lap left. Still neck and neck for third place. Billy Dixon on the inside. Nick Hinckley on the outside. Tire to tire into turn 3. Here they come to the Checkered. Oh, what a good fight there for third. Billy Dixon hangs on to it. John Rickey with the win. Alan Moeller Sr. with second. Billy Dixon fends off the charge from Nick Hinckley for that third place position. Hinckley for fourth, and Ryan Neal rounds out the top 5.
Yeah, as we said, it was a dominant season for this kid, but a couple of hiccups late in the year ended up costing him the title, but he was the track's top winner with 6 checkered flags last year and off to a good start this year. And that number 4 out of Westbrook, John Rickey, is your heat winner. Fans, make sure you don't leave today without grabbing something special from the Wiscasset Speedway souvenir booth located downstairs here in the inside groove on the front stretch. The booth is fully stocked with Speedway apparel for all ages, from cozy sweatshirts and jackets to tees, tanks, and hats. Kids can pick up checkered flags, die-cast cars, and other fun Speedway items. And if you're looking to stay comfortable in the stands, we've got blankets, stadium seats, sunscreen, sunglasses, ear protection, and more ready to go. It's also the place to get your VIP season tickets, gift cards, grandstand tickets, or your souvenir program. Take home a piece of Maine's biggest and fastest track today. Yeah, I did want to mention, if you want to get your copy of the Wiscasset Speedway souvenir program, you can get those from Robin downstairs here at the souvenir booth. First of 2 heats for the Thunder 4 Minis. Jeff Farrington is in the 0X with TJ Moore to the outside. Shane Weber, former champ of the number 7, with Mike Landry outside in the 89. Jamie Heath, the veteran, wheeling the number 56 out of Waterboro. Donnie Fletcher in the 88. Ricky Austin out of Norwich Walk in the 42. Doug DeGroat in the 84 out of Oxford. And Silas Ham in the number 37 out of Eddington. For heat number 1, 17 Thunder 4s in the paddock today. Let's go racing.
Eddington, Maine, huh? That's down by my area, Ken, and a little bit further. I bet he came from almost 2 hours away to be here, so happy to see that. We got 1 lap in the books. It's Jeff Farrington in the 0. With a seasoned veteran and former champion of this class. Looking to the inside. Here comes the squirrel, Shane Weber. Oh, he gets a bump from the rear by Jamie Heath in the 56. That's going to upset the Squirrels racing line. Yeah, that certainly messed up the 7 car. He was looking to take the lead away, but got a big shot to the rear bumper and got him sideways the last time through turns 3 and 4. We've got one going off-road racing here. It's the 84 of Doug DeGroat. No harm done. Green flag stays out. Doug DeGroat in the 84 rejoins as Jeff Farrington continues to lead it. They go through the dirt over there, kicked up by DeGroat, and clear the track off. And everything is looking good. We still got a barn burner shaping up for second and third. These guys have been unseparated. Shane Weber and Jamie Heath. Ricky Austin in the 42 wants a piece of that action as well. Heath looking to the inside. Weber is in defense mode, trying to keep that inside protected in the 7 car. What do we got out there? I think that's a Toyota Celica that Farrington is in. A Toyota Celica for Shane Weber as well. And then that is a Dodge Neon, if I'm not mistaken, of Jamie Heath in the 56. He is in a Toyota Celica Sandwich with that Dodge Neon. Ricky Austin is there. He looks to the top, but can't quite make anything happen yet. 2 laps left. This time for Farrington. Oh, make that 1 to go. One lap left, and we're bumper to bumper for second, third, and fourth. Heath gives another shove to the back tail of Shane Weber. Checkered flag flies. It's all Jeff Farrington. Jeff Farrington in the 0X from Alna leads it wire to wire. Shane Weber had to play defense for pretty much 9 out of 10 laps for that one, with Jamie Heath all over the back bumper. Heath settles for third with Ricky Austin for fourth.
Yeah, this guy took last year off and back behind the wheel today with a checkered flag to start his 2026 campaign. He's a 3-time career Thunder 4 winner. And the number 0 from Alna, that is Jeff Farrington. He'll start at the pole position for their 25-lap feature this afternoon. Good, healthy field of Thunder 4 minis this afternoon. Hey, we temporarily have a scoreboard working, hopefully. Heat number 2, this will set the outside of the field.
And don't get the 2 0 cars mistaken, folks. We've got zeros both starting on the pole in these Thunder 4 heat races. This one is 0F of Kevin Greenhalgh on the inside, with Michaela Weber in the 7X to his outside. Row 2 has the 73 of Sean Bergeron, and the newcomer to Wiscasset Speedway in the 82, Jeff Burdett. Starting 5th is the 33 of Donovan Thorne, David Cook in the 44, Derek Cook in the 88C, Greg Norton in the 19, and at the tail is Charles Hall in the 23. Thunder 4 Minis, Heat 2 coming at ya. Almost 3 wide there. Burdett in the 82, up in the 3rd groove. He is not scared to get up by the wall there. He quickly puts it up into 2nd as they scoot around Michaela Weber. Contact is made, and Michaela Weber goes down in the dirt. Oh, boys, we've got a green CRX spun around in turn 4. That's the number 23 of Charles Hall. Everything is clean and clear, and we stay green. Kevin Greenhalgh checking out in the 0F, and everybody's scrambling for 2nd and 3rd and 4th. Jeffrey Burdett had a brief moment of good run there for a second. He was sitting in second in that 82 for just a couple laps, but he quickly gets shuffled back to fifth. Learning a few lessons about how to get around Wiscasset here as those three cars racing for second, third, and fourth scoot on by. We've got three cars under a blanket there of David Cook in the 44, Derek Cook in the 88, and Greg Norton in the 19. And all three of them are closing in on the leader, Kevin Greenhalgh. We're halfway with 5 to go. Greg Norton in the 19 is the only car in the second groove, racing for position right now. Oh, they are certainly closing in on the leader. Kevin Greenhalgh has got to be a little bit nervous. Those three cars are getting bigger and bigger in the rearview mirror, led by the 44 of David Cook, trying to hold off the 2x2 battle behind him. And lappers are into play as well. Michaela Weber almost gets a punt from Norton. He quickly pulls an evasive measure to get to the inside of her. Here comes Cook in the 44 looking to the top of the leader. 2 to go. Oh my goodness, folks. We've got a scramble. Greenhalgh is all sorts of sideways down the front stretch. He gathers it back up, but not without losing one position. And we're 3 wide into 3. Norton in the 19 has to back out. A punt to the inside, another punt to the inside of Halsh. Oh my goodness, folks. Under the white flag, and we've got 2 cars to the inside of the front stretch. White flag has already been waved. We're going to have to let these guys finish it out. Derek Cook in the 88 sees the yellow and the checkered. What a finish. And that's just heat race action, folks. Greg Norton in the 19 takes second. These two guys were slamming and banging out of turn 4 coming to the white, and they both blow a tire, keeping them from finishing the final circuit. David Cook in the 44. And Kevin Greenhalgh in the 0F. Derek Cook is going to hold the checkered flag with official Wiscasset Speedway photographer Jason Dickey in Heat 2 victory lane.
Window net down on the 0F, and David Cook kind of describing how his race ended. He's out of the car and okay. As another Pro Body Works cleanup. Want to thank Todd Farron and the crew for Pro Body Works to sponsor our cleanup crew once again this year. And while we have a chance, being spring here in Wiscasset and all the fun things that come with it, including muddy parking lots, we do have a lot of cars in the parking lot, and we know things are soft down in certain sections, and some people are probably already stuck. So just be aware, at the end of the show, we'll have a tractor out there, and obviously we encourage everyone, help each other out, get out of here clean. We don't need anyone messing around doing donuts and stuff down there. Just help each other out. Get out of here clean. We'll have a tractor down there to help pull anybody out that needs it, and we'll all go home happy. So just be aware of that. This is opening day number 1, and one of the coolest parts about Wiscasset Speedway is one opening day isn't enough. We got 2 opening days. Next week, it'll be Group 2's turn as they return to action. And that will be coming up next week. Little bit cleaner schedule as far as the times we're going to be racing. This spring we're going to be racing at 2 o'clock all the way through Memorial Day weekend, which, by the way, Coastal 200 weekend, we're racing Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. And then after Coastal weekend, we'll go to 5 o'clock starts until Labor Day weekend. And then get back to 2 o'clock start. So all the information's on our website, wiscassetspeedway.com. You can get a printable season schedule there and keep up with everything that's happening here at Maine's biggest and fastest. I did want to remind you, we try to point this out a couple times during the year, that as you watch today's race action, take a moment to notice the names on the doors and hoods of these race cars. Nearly every driver out there is backed by a local business that helps cover the cost of building and maintaining these race cars. These sponsors are vital to keeping our teams on the track each week. If you need the products or services they provide, we encourage you to support them and let them know that you saw their car in action right here at Wiscasset Speedway. And be sure to support the businesses that support Maine racing.
Yeah, that's right, folks. We have got another opening day to look forward to. Next Saturday, Group 2 opening day. Features the Late Model Sportsmans, brought to you by Wood Pellet Warehouse. The Sport Mods, brought to you by Creative Cleanouts. The Strictly Streets, brought to you by Portland Glass. And the Dales Cast Fuel Roadrunners. Those 4 divisions make up our Wiscasset Speedway Group 2. And they're going to be performing next Saturday. Same time, same place, and same price, Ken. $5 general admission at Maine's biggest and fastest track.
Just $5?
I mean, I was going to make a Facebook post today. I was going to say something witty like, I can hook everybody up with free passes to Wiscasset Speedway. No, just kidding, but I can get you $5 passes, and that's almost the same thing.
Yeah. So they're working on getting the 0 of Kevin Greenhouse up on the rollback, and we're ready to get our final division of the afternoon out there in just a moment. It's another new sponsor here, Darling's Brunswick Ford, putting their name on our Super Street class this season. Located over there at Cook's Corner in Brunswick. Hope you guys have had a good off season, and it's good to have you back here at our second home. And a good crowd on hand. We are going to take a brief intermission after our Super Street heats. It'll be about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll get right back to the action. Kids, be sure, if you haven't already, to go down and see Penny. Or actually, she's over at the main gate. She's over by the main entrance. Sign up for the Ward and Son Builders Kids Club. Get a chance to win a bicycle today and other great prizes she's going to be giving away. Showman Dan, the hot dog man over there in West Bath, talking about contributing some gift certificates to the Kids Club throughout the season this year. Saw Dan Crocker down in the pits earlier on this afternoon. All right, thanks to our infield crew and race director Scott Chabuk telling the guys on the radio to roll out the next class, the Darlings Brunswick Ford Super Streets.
Hey, Ken, is that the same Scott Chabuk that was just announced as the top feature winner at Wiscasset Speedway?
Yes, we did a fun little thing in the offseason leading up to the season where we counted down the 20 winningest drivers in Wiscasset Speedway history, and yeah, Scott Chabuk at the top of that pile, the winningest driver in Wiscasset Speedway history with 87 career feature wins and 6 championships. But Adam Chadbourne is catching up to him. Adam with 84 wins and 7 championships. And one other little factoid going back through my research, found out about Adam was not only has Adam won 7 championships, but he's finished second in the points 9 times. So 16 times in his 20-plus year career in the top 2 in points. All right. Scott Chabuk says lineup is good. Going to cross over and go racing with David Greenleaf on the point in the number 58. And fresh off his retirement tour, now racing 2 divisions. Kevin Douglas is in car number 43 on the outside. P.J. Merrill in the 00 with Kevin Sherman to the outside in the 11. Dan Nesmith in the number 48. And Ben Jewett in the number 97 will round out the field for heat number 1.
Yeah, Ben Jewett in that 97 hasn't raced here for 20 plus years, he said. And that car is now considered a super street, but it is his old late model from over 20 years ago. But look at that side-by-side battle up front. David Greenleaf and Kevin Douglas. Douglas is going to pull it in line. He can't quite make anything happen on the top. David Greenleaf is last year's opening day feature winner. He would love to do it again. That was his one and only Super Street feature win last season. Opening day 2025. Can he do it in 2026? Off to a good start right now. He's putting distance between him and Douglas. Almost 2 cars in between them. David Greenleaf, Kevin Douglas, and PJ Merrill are your top 3. Dan Nesmith in the 48 is hanging close with the top 3 as well. Don't count him out. We got 5 laps remaining. Kevin Sherman in the 11. And rounding out the field is Ben Jewett in the 97. Super Streets 2026 brought to you by Darlings, Brunswick Ford. 3 laps to go. Two-car breakaway with Greenleaf and Douglas. Then we've got PJ Merrill and Dan Nesmith still duking it out for the 3rd position. That one is not over yet. 2 to go. PJ Merrill, a couple of years ago, used to be a weekly competitor here in the 00, and I did ask him if he is back here full-time, and he unfortunately said that it's probably only going to be for today. I think he's a regular at Oxford Plains Speedway, but hey, if we can only get him once a year, I'm not going to complain. At least we get him once and not 0 times in the 00. Checker flag is out, and David Greenleaf in the 58 gives himself a great start to the day to go back-to-back on opening day wins in the Super Street class. He was the opening day feature winner in 2025. Can he do it again, folks? David Speedleaf Greenleaf in the 58 gets the photo op for the first of 2 Super Street heat races, folks. Make some noise. Down there with official track photographer Jason Dickey. And you can see all the premium competition photos at Wiscasset Speedway on Jason Dickey's website. And that is at jasondickeyphotography.com. And that is Jasen for Jason. jasondickeyphotography.com. And yes, folks, he does have some photos up there already from 2026. He has been here for the practice sessions, the test and tunes in weeks previous. And so there is already some photo albums up there of 2026.
All right, this is heat number 2. This will set the outside lane for their 30-lap feature this afternoon. Caleb Emerson Maines is in car number 4. Last year he wheeled his rookie season in the car number 9, but back to his customary number 4. To his outside in the short straw racing number 52, that's Landon Tapley out of Washington. Josh Hall in the 117. He has already won a heat race in the 4-cylinder pros. To his outside, the reigning Super Street champion, Noah Haggett out of Wiscasset Andy Caherl in the AKR Racing number 19 out of Biddeford. And then Brandon Jewett is in the number 77. His dad was in heat number 1.
Ten laps the distance, green flag is out. And it doesn't get any more even than that on the front row. But Emerson Maines out of turn 2 is going to clear Tapley, and there is no hole to the inside. Tapley is stuck out there as Josh Hall puts a nose inside. Josh Hall in his 3rd Super Street season in the 117, and look at him go up to 2nd. Doing double duty today in the Pro 4 class as well, just came off of that heat race. That heat race win, that is, winning the Pro 4 heat race in the 07 car for the Spiata family. Landon Tapley settles into 3rd. Noah Haggett in the 54 is the defending champion with 2 feature wins last year. He's looking to the top side of the short straw racing number 52 for 3rd position. Haggett going to the outside of Landon Tapley. Andy Caherl in the 19 makes up 5th. And we're getting the crossed flags for halfway this time. 5 laps left. Caleb Emerson Maines looking comfortable in that new machine. New car to him, new number from last year. That is his regular familiar number. And there's contact for 3rd. Noah Haggett squeezing Tapley right down on the rumble strips, and they make contact. Noah Haggett takes the spot. Tapley settles into 4th, and Haggett doesn't look like he's done yet. He is closing in on Josh Hall with 2 laps left now for Caleb Emerson Maines. Noah Haggett diamonding that corner through 1 and 2 to get a big run on Hall down the backstretch. White flag is out. Hall looks a little loose through 1 and 2. The rear end is awfully squirrely, allowing Haggett to get to the inside. Here we go. Checkered flag is out for Maines. Who's going to take 2nd? What a show. Josh Hall holds off Noah Haggett for 2nd place.
Yeah, 5/100ths of a second at the line that time for that 2nd place finish. Exciting finish between those 2 guys as we finish up heat number 2. This guy off to a good start as well. He's one of the top rookies in the class last year. And the number 4 out of Richmond, Fear the Beard. It is Caleb Emerson Maines, your heat winner. Folks, that'll do it for our heat race action. We're going to take a brief intermission, 10-15 minutes tops, and we'll get you right back to our feature action. Pro Stock 50-lap Spotlight feature coming out first this afternoon here at Group 1 opening day at Wiscasset Speedway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for our first feature race of the 2026 season, and why not go to the top shelf with the T&L Automotive Pro Stocks to give you 50 laps this afternoon. Before we give you the starting lineup, we ask at this moment that you all please rise if able, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the flag in the middle of the infield. As we offer our invocation and the national anthem. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. Opening day is a special day as we thank you and thank everyone for the return of our Wiscasset Speedway family. But as we do each opening day, we pause for a moment to remember those who are no longer with us on this special day, and remember that they're always here in our hearts and our memories. We ask today that you keep our drivers safe as they compete. Guide them with steady hands and clear vision. Watch over our fans and staff as they enjoy the show today. And please protect our brave men and women in uniform and those who put themselves in harm's way each and every day so that we may remain safe and free. We ask this in your holy name. Amen. All right, folks, get settled in. It is time to meet our starting field. But first, as we always do, we got to introduce down at the beginning of the grid our junior official for today. Please welcome Jacoby Newton. And now your drivers, starting in the 15th position, driving car number 88 from Cornville, Maine. Welcome David Getchell. In the 14th starting position, driving car number 28 from Waldoboro, welcome Will Collins. In the 13th starting position is our own racing realtor in the number 01 out of Windsor, welcome Stephen Chicoine. The reigning Pro Stock champion starts in the 12th position this afternoon, driving the number 15 out of Wiscasset, welcome Nick Hinckley. To his inside, starting in the 11th position, driving car number 32, another multi-time champion out of Sydney, welcome Kevin Douglas. To row number 5 on the outside, starting in 10th, is a Maine Motorsports Hall of Famer hailing out of Scarborough, Maine, and the number 47, welcome Kelly Moore. Inside of row number 5, starting in the 9th position, driving car number 25, the jackhammer out of South Paris, welcome Sean Knight. Row number 4 on the outside, starting in the 8th position, out of Durham, and car number 9, welcome JT Thurlow. To his inside, starting in the 7th position, in car number 07, from Steep Falls, Maine, welcome Nick Calvert. Your runner-up in the division last year starts in the 6th position, outside row number 3, in car number 41, from Fayette, welcome Logan Melcher. Starting in the 5th position on the inside, in car number 17, the long hauler down from Jackman, Maine, and the number 17, welcome Andy Gilbert. Row number 2 on the outside, in car number 84 from Woolwich, welcome Jamie Wright. To his inside, starting in the 3rd position, is a 7-time Wiscasset champion. In car number 14 out of Liberty, welcome Josh St. Clair. And on the front row, in car number 11 to the outside, starting in 2nd, out of Pittston, Maine, welcome Matty Beers. Maine's premier driving division driver of the year in car number 38 starts at the pole position today out of Fairfield, Maine. Welcome Daniel Harding in the number 38. That's our starting lineup. Let's get our drivers strapped in and ready to race. All right, our drivers are ready. We hope you're ready. And let's kick it off down in Victory Lane. Nick Huff's got a special guest.
All right, boys, give me your loudest and rowdiest command.
Drivers, start your engine!
Cars crossing up and get ready to get after it. Dave Sturgis up on the flag stand. Mike Carlton over in turn 1 and 2. Tyler Field and Roland Abbott on the backstretch wall. Nate Sennett over in turn 3 and 4. Barry Morris behind the wheel of the Norm's Used Cars Ford Mustang pace car. All clear, lights off on the pace car, ready to go racing. 50 laps this afternoon for the T&L Automotive Pro Stocks. Checking them over to the attention of Chief Starter Dave Sturgis. Pace car in, and green flag is out. Let's go racing. And Matty Beers, what a jump on that 11 car. Leaves Daniel Harding behind to sort out second with Josh St. Clair and Jamie Wright. Beers hauls him down a couple car lengths now over Harding in the 38. St. Clair settles into third with Jamie Wright fourth. Nick Calvert spins around in the 07. That'll bring out the first caution of the afternoon. Looks like they get credit for 2 laps in the books. Not sure if there was any contact. If it was ever so slight. Logan Melcher with close quarters there in the 41, able to drive away without any contact.
Yeah, I don't think there was any contact, Ken. Calvert looked like he drove into 3 a little bit harder than expected, did everything he could to keep it off of the left rear quarter of Logan Melcher, and kind of locked up the brakes, and it spun around on him. But a great job by him locking her down and keeping it off the wall as well, and not involving anybody else.
Yeah, Matty Beers kind of doing the same thing he did in his heat race. He got that thing set up to launch pretty strong. Line up back to the last completed green flag lap. Everyone in their place now. Lead pair remain the same, but they've switched sides. Beers and Harding on the front row. St. Clair and Wright. Then comes Gilbert and Melcher on row 3. Great to have you here as Wiscasset Speedway, traditionally one of the first tracks here in the Northeast to open, first here in Maine. Typical April afternoon, but we are locked and loaded, ready for some racing once again. Pace car back in. Trouble for Calvert again, got into the back of somebody. Didn't launch quite in front of him as he thought.
Yeah, I think it started with Kelly Moore not taking off as quick as everybody thought. And there was a bumper-to-bumper chain reaction. Nick Calvert got the worst of it.
Yeah, and Daniel Harding back to reclaim his front spot. Beers had the jump, but Daniel overpowers him, drives around him, and now Beers is under fire again, this time from Josh St. Clair looking to the inside. Little contact over there into turn 4. St. Clair with the preferred lane on the inside. A little bit of an advantage as they come down the back chute to turn 3. Jamie Wright waiting to see which guy is going to follow. Stays down on the low side. Logan Melcher on the outside. Tail whips the 41 out of turn 4 that time. Calvert's going to drop out early. Not sure if he damaged the radiator on that 07. St. Clair in the clear now in the second spot. Leaves Jamie Wright and Matty Beers to race it out for third. Some heavy hitters still back in the field looking to see what kind of progress, but Nick Hinckley still struggling in the 15. Melcher hasn't really made a lot of progress. He's been mid-pack. These guys normally run a 40-lap feature. Today being the Spotlight class, they'll get 50 laps. Wright and Beers still a good battle up there for third. Jamie Wright, little sideways through turn 2. Gives that spot back to Matty Beers. Wright's got to gather it back up to try another swing at that number 11. Daniel Harding, fastest on the track, 15 flat last time by. Josh St. Clair in the clear in second, and that battle resumes once again for third. Jamie Wright to the inside of Matty Beers. Give Beers that spot by 8 1/1000ths of a second at the line that time. And he'll find the clear and complete that pass. Beers settles it down right in his tire tracks in fourth. JT Thurlow's got a hold of the 5th position. And Kevin Douglas making a move on the inside of Andy Gilbert to take over 6th. Looks like Melcher and Hinckley can't get away from each other. Melcher has slipped back a couple spots. Now finds himself in 9th, Hinckley in 10th. Daniel Harding maintaining a lead about 1.5 seconds over Josh St. Clair. That has remained steady. St. Clair 1.5 seconds ahead of Jamie Wright. JT Thurlow starting to gain a little bit of ground on Matty Beers. Beers loose out of turn 4 that time. And that enables Thurlow to close up right to his back bumper. Right behind them, Kelly Moore and Kevin Douglas go side by side. That is for 7th and 8th position. JT Thurlow not willing to try the outside yet. Going to try to wait and see if Matty Beers slips up, and that he does. Beers slides it up wide and opens that bottom side to JT Thurlow. Puts the 9 car now into the 4th position. Beers to 5th, but that may not be for long as they're lining up on the inside now. Kevin Douglas moves up to take 5th position away. Kelly Moore waits in line there as well in the 47. Matty Beers had a taste of the lead the first 2 laps of the race, but is now faded outside the top 10, outside the top 5, that is. And Beers will slip back into the 7th position. The leaders still turning laps around 15.3, 15.4. Daniel was a multi-time feature winner in the late model sportsman on the way to the title last year and picked up his first career Pro Stock win last year as well. Still good racing back in the field. Matty Beers has been busy this entire race, now trying to desperately hold on to 7th. But Nick Hinckley able to drive around him. Logan Melcher now lines up as well. And we're at halfway. 25 down, 25 to go. Passing flag out on the 88 of David Getchell. Nearly a full straightaway cushion now for Daniel Harding. It's up to 2.1 seconds over St. Clair. Lap times have fallen off nearly half a second since the start of the race. Kelly Moore in the 47 drives around the outside of Kevin Douglas. That's going to give Moore 5th place. Kelly Moore now into the top 5. He started this race back in 10th. Daniel Harding completes lap 30. I was about to say leading wire to wire, but again, Matty Beers leading the first 2 laps of the race, and maybe it was a little bit of a wake-up call for the young driver in the 38. Josh St. Clair still holding second, but he's actually starting to drift back into the eyesight of Jamie Wright in the number 84. Wright is less than a second behind him now. And things tightening up for 4th and 5th now as well, as that 47 getting bigger in the rearview mirror, the number 9 of JT Thurlow. Ten extra laps on the table for these guys today. Sean Knight struggling in that number 13. In the 13th place in car number 25, and he's off the pace over there in turn 3. And that looks like that may do it for Sean Knight, dropping out early with 35 laps complete. Kelly Moore has reached that number 9, a little nudge to the side and coming through. Things starting to heat up in the middle of the pack. Kelly Moore takes over 4th. Thurlow back to 5th, and we got a 3-car battle back there for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Nick Hinckley takes over the 6th position. Logan Melcher 7th, and Kevin Douglas drops a couple spots in the last 2 laps. Jamie Wright in the number 84 getting oh so close. He's within a car length now of Josh St. Clair. We are about to head into bonus time. 40 laps down, 10 laps to go for Daniel Harding, and Jamie Wright setting up shop on the outside of Josh St. Clair. Wright a little bit better through the center of the corner, but St. Clair a little bit better out of the corner. Fastest car on the track right now is Kelly Moore in the number 47. Kelly 2/10 faster than any of the three cars up in front of him, but he's got a long way to go. And so far, no caution that he was hoping for. Five laps to go. Jamie Wright's been trying several times on the outside of Josh St. Clair, but not able to make it happen. And Kelly Moore still closing in that ground, but running out of time. Will we have a three-car battle for the final two spots in victory lane? Kelly Moore has tracked him down. Daniel Harding, a full straightaway lead with 2 laps to go. White Laundry is out, and here comes Kelly Moore outside of Jamie Wright. These two have had quite the battles the last couple years. Checkered flag will fly for Daniel Harding. Josh St. Clair will take second. And a last lap pass for Kelly Moore gives him the third place finish. Jamie Wright relegated to fourth. JT Thurlow, a solid run in his return, and the number 9 will finish in fifth. And other than that lap 3 caution, they go caution free for the remainder of the race, and some good mid-pack battles get things sorted out. Harding with the win, St. Clair second. Kelly Moore sneaks in to grab third on the final lap. Jamie Wright fourth, Thurlow fifth. Hinckley finishes in sixth, Logan Melcher seventh, Stephen Chicoine eighth, Kevin Douglas ninth, and Will Collins 10th. All unofficial, of course, after they make their visit down to the Room of Doom just off the north end of the track. The crew on their way up. All right, the drivers making their way around Victory Lane Road, out around turn 3 and 4. While we have the chance, I want to remind you that race fans, when your vehicle needs honest, dependable service, head to T&L Automotive on the Crash Road in Jay, proudly run by the Melcher family. From inspections and routine maintenance to major repairs, the Melchers and their team treat every customer like a neighbor, because that's exactly what you are. Quality work, fair prices, and family reputation built right here in Maine. T&L Automotive in Jay, where the Melcher family keeps you running strong, and welcoming them as the title sponsor of the Pro Stock division here at Wiscasset Speedway for 2026. And if it's your first time here at Wiscasset Speedway, one of the most unique and cool things about this track is this right here, Victory Lane, right up here to celebrate with you race fans. And as we do that for the first time this season, let's send things trackside. Nick Huff is in victory lane and Coastal Auto Parts victory lane.
Yeah, Ken, I know that Daniel Harding got the most late model wins last year, but did he win on opening day as well?
Yeah, he got his first Pro Stock win mid-season last year. Won in the late models on opening day.
That's right. Making it opening day 2 years in a row. And bumping up a class full-time now in the Pro Stock ranks. Here he is, folks, Daniel Harding climbing out of the DHR 38. And Daniel, a little bit uneventful for you, but I think the only most exciting thing was the initial start. Matty Beers kind of caught you off guard, huh?
Yeah, just fresh start, first start of the year. Didn't get it quite right and got it right the second time. Was able to clear him and set sail, and my spotter Nick did a great job pacing me the whole race, not letting me burn the right front off the car. So just got to thank all these guys for everything they do. We just dialed this car in more and more today. It was great the whole race. All the sponsors on the car, so happy to represent them and excited to let them know about this win. Great way to start the year, and thank you all the fans. Thank you to all Wiscasset, and see you on the next.
All right, Daniel Harding, folks. Off to a great start for 2026. Josh St. Clair pretty much rode second through 99% of the race. And Josh, what was the game plan? Were you trying as hard as you could to catch him, or were you trying to save your stuff and hope for a caution?
No, there was nothing left in the tank. I was driving for all I had. They were coming from behind me. I had to go. I just got really tight after that restart. The tires I struggled with them all day. Just not enough stag. I got to make the thing rotate. So I'm happy to get a second place. The kid's fast. And I'm sure about 15 laps in, I'm sweating and he's just riding. So I don't know, I feel old standing beside him. So I don't know. I got to thank all my guys. Sandy Excavation, they come on board this year. They are great guys down there. The main painter, Dave's World of Course, Distance. Chef Richards is here somewhere. He always comes and watches. Work Store, Country and Coast Real Estate, and Wentworth Family Grocery, Larrabee Construction. Everyone, it all takes a lot to travel around and spend this money, so things aren't cheap these days. And thanks for the fans for coming out today. Thanks.
All right, Josh St. Clair, second on opening day. And Kelly Moore, slow and steady, creeping up there on them, and either with a 1 to go or 2 to go pass to get in the top 3. Nice run.
Thank you, appreciate it, Nick. I want to thank everybody for coming out, and all these guys that help me every week. And especially Finish Line Floor Coating, Jordan Excavation, Plant Seafood. I couldn't do it without all these people. All the help we get in the shop, it just it pays off. We really appreciate all the help, and thank you, fans, for coming out. Appreciate the support.
All right, that 47 was really looking stout at the end. He had a long run car for sure. And Josh might have had to look out a little bit with about, if it was 5 or so more laps to go. Kelly was coming, huh?
Yeah, my right front was screaming at me for the last 15 laps for sure. It didn't want to cooperate.
All right, let's get you guys up here in front of Daniel Harding's winning number 38 ride for some top 3 photos in Coastal Auto Parts Napa Victory Lane for the first completed feature of 2026 at Maine's biggest and fastest. It is a celebration down here in Victory Lane, and we've still got plenty of action coming at you. 4 more races to go. We'll send it back up to Ken.
All right, it's time for the County Truss 4-cylinder pros. The Pro 4s lining up for their 25-lap feature this afternoon. The lineup has last year's Rookie of the Year Adam Taylor in car number 8 out of Searsmont. Then comes the 07 out of Mount Vernon. That is Josh Hall. Row number 2 has the 45 of Jay Plummer out of Booth Bay. To his outside, Max Parlin, sometimes referred to as Frank. He is in car number 26 on the outside out of Winthrop. Row number 3 has Chastity Shorty in the number 19 out of Winslow. Brody Picard is in the 99 out of Palmyra. Dylan Anderson in the number 81 hails out of Warren. Then comes Rowdy Romano starting 8th in car number 3 out of Livermore. Emmett Walker is in the 20 out of New Vineyard. Then comes a trio of rookies making their debut today. We've got Sam Fogg out of Gray in the number 54. Austin Spencer from Wilton in the number 11. And Dawson Gagnon in the number 34 fills out the field here for the Pro 4s. Lights off on the pace car, ready to go this time. Pace car is in. Dave Sturgis gives him the green, and we are underway. Josh Hall got a good jump, but couldn't quite clear that number 8 car of Adam Taylor. Adam, a third-generation racer here at Wiscasset. His dad, Jason, a former champion. And his grandfather, David Taylor, a former mini-stock driver here as well. His dad, Jason, ran mini-stocks and then modifieds here. Josh Hall settles into second. Pair of red cars, Plummer in the 45. Parlin in the 26. Give that spot to Max at the line, but still trying to hold on the outside. Chastity Shorty waits in 5th of the number 19. As we said, the division title up for grabs this year as the champion Jackson Moorside has moved up to the Sport Modifieds this year. Close quarters there for 4th and 5th. Plummer shut the door in the 45. Chastity Shorty wisely backs out of it. Early in the race, she knows she'll have another opportunity perhaps. Oh, nice catch from Anderson in the 81. These little cars have a short wheelbase, and they are very finicky on the steering. They'll break loose on you in a hurry. And a good catch from young Dylan Anderson in the 81. But around goes Emmett Walker. Just as we were talking about how these cars will come out from under you pretty quick, it did for Emmett Walker in the 20.
Hey, I don't know if it was by mistake or by skill, but nice job by Emmett Walker. The way he let it roll up the track just enough, but then locked it up to keep it off the wall. You know, he didn't immediately lock up the brakes and stay right in the racing groove for somebody to T-bone him. Slid up out of the way and no harm done.
Yeah, there's a bit of a learning curve here with these young drivers. Learning to race on a big track, learning these very finicky race cars. I mean, most of the kids in this class don't even have their driver's license, and they're out there doing 70 miles an hour around this track. So it's all learning not only how to drive them, but how to control a skid.
And then some of the fans in the stands may not have heard you talk about that nice save by Dylan Anderson. He was just a rookie last year, and he barely even competed with other drivers. He pretty much just rode around in the back of the field getting his feet wet all of last year. So now he's getting real competitive. He was racing up in the middle of the field just moments ago before he lost a couple spots with that twitchy maneuver.
6 laps complete on this restart. Taylor and Hall back at it on the front row. Chastity Shorty trying to get that outside lane moving, and again, Hall got a good jump but can't quite clear the 8. Josh doesn't look like he has forgotten how to wheel one of these cars around. Far cry from the super street that he normally drives around this racetrack. Side by side for the lead, side by side for third, right behind them, Max Parlin and Chastity Shorty. Adam Taylor able to regain the lead. Taylor was a 3-time feature winner in this class last season, which tied for best in the class with Chastity. I mentioned before, a lot of these young drivers moving up from LST Motorsports Park up the road in Richmond. We got a great relationship with the crew up there. They'll be starting their race season in a couple of weeks. Brody Picard off the pace, the 99, will head down pit road and call it a day early. Taylor and Hall, identical lap times last time by 17.1s. Average speed of 78 miles per hour around this 3/8 mile track. Halfway this time by the stripe. Things starting to filter out and spread out a little bit here, and these young rookies holding their own nicely, staying right there on the lead lap, including Sam Fogg in the number 54. Fogg, the highest running rookie right now in that yellow number 54, running in the 6th position. And he might be able to grab 5th. Chastity Shorty had a slip over there in turn 4. And around goes Austin Spencer coming out of turn 4, and that'll bring out the second caution of the race. Race director Scott Chabak on the receiver, letting the drivers know that there's a car sideways in the bottom of turn number 4. Well, the sun has kind of disappeared and things cooling down kind of as we expected this afternoon. If you're a little chilly, you can visit Robin downstairs at the souvenir booth. She's got blankets and hoodies and sweatshirts and to help keep you warm down there. So be sure to go to the souvenir booth if you need any of those things. Hope you got your Wiscasset Speedway program as well. They've got those downstairs at the souvenir booth. Field reset, lights off, ready to go. Lead pair remain the same. Taylor a little stronger on the start of this one. Quickly shakes off the challenge of the 07. Max Parlin settled into the 3rd spot. Chastity Shorty 4th. Jake Plummer 5th. Side-by-side battle for 6th has Rowdy Romano in the 3 with Sam Fogg on his hip in the 54. Fogg trying to get down in line. Does just ahead of Emmett Walker. Switches sides with the 3. Good battle back there for the 6th position, side by side in the closing laps. Will make it 19 complete this time by the line. $20 down, 5 to go this time. Taylor has not been able to run away from Josh Hall. As we said, Josh just running that car for a couple races early this season. You'll see young Nicky Spiata in that car later on this year, going to be putting in some track time. This time by to be 2 laps to go. And a spin on the backstretch. Couple cars going around. All right, they did complete that lap, so we'll set up a green-white checker finish for this one. Dylan Anderson able to drive away in the 81. One other, believe that might be the 3 of Rowdy Romano. Rowdy, the young son of street stock and mini stock veteran Brady Romano. Brady will be making his Strictly Street debut next weekend. All right, we'll see what we get here with this lead pair. They haven't been too far away from each other. We'll have a green-white checker finish. Adam Taylor and Josh Hall. Anxious to go. Pace car is in. Taylor back in charge. Hall right to the back bumper. White flag this time by. Third place is still up for grabs. Max Parlin has got it. Just ahead of Jake Plummer. Chastity Shorty desperately trying to hang on to 5th, but here comes the rookie Sam Fogg. Checkers are in the air. Adam Taylor will take the win. Good finish to that one. Adam Taylor with the win. Josh Hall made him earn it the whole race. Josh will finish in 2nd. Max Parlin 3rd. Jay Plummer matches one of his best finishes there in the 4th position. And rookie Sam Fogg in his first ever Pro 4 race brings it home in 5th in the number 54. For the County Truss 4-cylinder pros, whether you're putting up a new home, garage, camp, barn, or commercial project, County Truss Company delivers precision-engineered roof trusses built to your exact specs. Their team combines modern technology with the kind of hands-on Maine craftsmanship you only find in a small town like Stetson, Maine. Strong, accurate, built to last. That's County Truss Company, supporting Maine builders and supporting Wiscasset Speedway. Our drivers coming around Victory Lane Road to join us here in Coastal Auto Parts Victory Lane. This kid was a 3-time winner last year, finished 2nd in points, and off to a strong start here in 2026. To the attention of Nick Huff. And an equipment malfunction. All right, let's send it to trackside. Nick Huff's got your top 3.
Adam Taylor is climbing out, folks. Let him hear it. And as Ken said, Josh Hall really made him work for this one. Didn't he, Adam? Josh really made you work for it. That had to be a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, the more I went, the looser I got, and I was just trying to protect the bottom, and we got it done.
Anybody you got to thank? I know you got a relatively unmarked car, so hey, maybe you're looking for some sponsors, huh?
The main painter, my dad, my grandfather, a class division, counting trusses, and yeah.
Alrighty, folks. Adam Taylor, victorious on opening day. And Josh Hall, a seasoned veteran with, I think that Ken said you've got 7 feature wins in this class over 2 years ago. So did you have a lot of fun out there coming back to this, Josh?
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun coming back to that. Congrats to Adam Taylor. I definitely made him work for it, but he got me.
Hey, I don't think it made any difference in the outcome, but I mean, I saw you giving it 110%. You clipped the curb a couple times and messed up your line.
I think we both did a couple times. We were both driving right on the edge of our seat.
Who do you got to thank for letting you ride this thing?
Oh, I got to thank Wood Pellet Warehouse, T&L Automotive, Wood & Sons, and let me walk around. Hilltop Fabrication or Painting. I think that's it.
And the Spiata family, right? Yeah. Yes. All right. And then it's Max Parlin who takes third in the number 26. Just not quite enough for them two, I don't think. What do you think?
No, I'm not fast enough, I don't think, but we'll get her in 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, I think you finished right where your car was deserving. You had just a third place fast car all day.
Yeah, I was trying to get here. That's pretty much all I wanted. I want to get top 3, so I got it, so I'm happy.
All right, any businesses you want to thank for getting you here?
Yeah, I got Spring Curtis, Bunker Hill, my dad, my mom, Sam, Russell, and Adrian.
All right, Max Parlin, folks, rounds out the Pro 4 top 3. And that's going to do it in Napa. Coastal Auto Parts victory lane for these Pro 4s on opening day. We'll get Parlin, Hall, and Taylor in front of the winning number 8 ride for some top 3 photos.
And a tall order with the division's top winner from last year on point for this one. The lineup has the number 4 of John Rickey out of Westbrook. He was a 6-time feature winner last year. He'll start on point today with Wiscasset Speedway Hall of Famer Alan Moeller Sr. out of Dresden to his outside in the number 68. Billy Dixon out of North Waterboro in the number 33. To his outside to be Nick Hinckley in car number 15 out of Wiscasset. Then comes the 26, Ryan Neal from here in Wiscasset as well. Ethan Guptill out of Paris in the number 14. Doug Phillips out of Phillips in car number 8, and the champ unable to answer the bell here for the feature race this afternoon. Tough break for Ryan Phillips in the 89. Everybody back in their spot. Pace car. Hey, he's got his blinker on. Look at that. There we go. We are off and running. John Rickey overpowers him coming out of turn 2 down the back chute. Pulls out a car length on Alan Moeller. Moeller's going to have Nick Hinckley to his outside. Alan Moeller ran his first career race here at Wiscasset Speedway back in 1978. That's how long he's been turning laps at this track. But Nick Hinckley, that Picard Brothers number 15, stout on the outside, drives around Moeller to take over second. Allen trying to fight back on the inside as Hinckley keeps it up wide. Billy Dixon waits there in 4th. Ryan Neal keeping pace on the 26. Another driver looking for a podium finish. Ryan was the most improved driver in this class last season. Retired Army helicopter pilot. John Ricky with a comfortable lead already, nearly a full second over Nick Hinckley. Wiscasset is John's home, but they certainly have some plans to maybe test the waters in some tour racing when they're able to this summer. John was also a graduate of the four-cylinder Pro Division 2 years ago. He's been successful in whatever he's been able to get behind the wheel of. I believe he's still only 15 or 16 years old. His dad, modified veteran Tony Ricky, still maintaining that lead of exactly 1 second over Nick Hinckley. 1 second and all zeros after that. With our handicap system, this may be the only time this year John Ricky gets to start a race out front. And guys who win races will never pass up that opportunity. Alan Moeller comfortable in third, but Billy Dixon, another modified veteran, a car length behind, so we'll keep an eye on that battle as well. You'll see a couple different drivers in that number 33 car this year. Billy Dixon driving it today, but he's had a lot of help from the Babb family, so you'll probably see Brad Babb in that car a few times this season as well. Halfway this time by, the scoreboard is off by 1, but completing lap 15 right there. Again, 15 complete. These modifieds turning lap times pretty close to what the Pro Stocks were mid-race. John Ricky with a 15.4 last time by. And actually, last time by, John Ricky throwing down a 15 flat that time by. They really getting these cars tuned into Maine's fastest track. John will work his way around the 8 of Doug Phillips. Now Nick Hinckley will take his turn. Alan Moeller looking a little more solid in that third position. Dixon had gotten within a car length, but Moeller has now driven away from him a little bit. Alan, 72 years young now. Inside the final 10. They make it 21 complete that time by the stripe. Doug Phillips off the pace in the number 8 up at the top of turn 4. By the way, Nick Hinckley in line to pick up his first career podium in a modified. He just started driving this car last year. Ran the last 2 races of the season. Five laps to go when they come to the stripe this time. Yeah, John Ricky settling things down again as about halfway through the race nailed down a 15 flat, but he's dropped back down to 15 8s and 9s the last couple times around. Actually, Nick Hinckley 0.3 faster last time around. This time by 2 laps to go on the number 4. John Ricky back up on the wheel and gets it back to a half straightaway cushion with the white laundry out. Final time down through turn 3 and 4. Checkered flag awaits. John Ricky will take the win. John Ricky was the opening day winner last season, and he backs it up again by taking the season opener again this afternoon here at Wiscasset Speedway. Nick Hinckley will take his first career modified podium. Just started driving that car last year, ran the last 2 races of the season. And Alan Moeller, I don't know when he's going to give it up. I think he's in a contest with Boss Hogg and see who's going to hang up the helmet last. But as I mentioned, Alan Moeller ran his first race here at Wiscasset back in 1978. And 72 years young, and he is still wheeling that race car around this track. Billy Dixon ended up finishing 4th, Ryan Neal 5th. Still got the Thunder 4 Minis to come out next. We'll wrap up the show with the Super Streets. Don't forget, we're back in action next Saturday afternoon here at Wiscasset Speedway. Group 2 opening day with the late models, Sport Mods, Road Runners, and Strictly Streets. And we want to thank our good friends with the Davis Erector Group. A big Wiscasset thank you to them. Hardworking Mainers supporting hardworking Mainers, from mills to schools to commercial buildings. Davis Erector Group provides the steel erection and construction expertise that keeps our communities growing. They're committed to a safety craftsmanship and doing the job right the first time. Proud to have them as part of Wiscasset Speedway family. Davis Erector Group, strength you can count on. And by the way, Bubba Pelton will be back with his modified here in the coming weeks as well. So it'd be good to have Dave Davis and Bubba Pelton back out here. Well, we got quite an age range here in Victory Lane. We got the kid making it to the front spot ahead of the 2 older guys, Nick Hinckley and the ageless Alan Moeller. Dad, as usual, the first one there at the window to congratulate his son. And he's just about ready to hop out, so let's send things trackside. Nick Huff with the top 3.
Yeah, let him hear it, folks. John Ricky, victorious once again. Getting real comfortable in this division, John. And Ken was saying that you guys might try to venture off, do some tour racing. Where do you think you might do that?
Yeah, we bought another car. We're going to go to Lee, White Mountain, and Oxford this year with that car.
But it's the same style of car, 15-inch tires?
Yeah, same car, just bigger motor.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing some good results in that. Who do you got to thank on the win on opening day?
ES Polis, Garrett Pillsbury, Jim Small Engine, K&G Auto Sales, and everybody that comes out to help.
Alrighty, John Ricky in the number 4. Most feature wins last season, and he's en route to try that again as well this year. And Nick Hinckley, it's your first modified trophy at Wiscasset Speedway. How's it feel?
I mean, good to be up here since we couldn't do it with the pro, but just too loose on entry all day, and you know, obviously me getting used to the car on top of it, but come a long way in the last day and a half with this thing. So John, obviously he had a stout machine. He got out front. I knew it was over, but Got to thank Ideal first off. Got to also thank Dwight and Doug Picard. I couldn't do it without them. They're funding this ride for me, so it's been definitely going to be a good opportunity. Hopefully we can figure something out here and have something for them here in the next few races. But other than that, got to thank all the guys down in the pits, my wife, my boys. Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty, Nick Hinckley, folks, takes second place, his first modified hardware ever at the track. And Alan Moeller. Glad to see you still kicking, Alan. Having fun out there? It looked fun.
It was fun. Can't thank Richard and Vanessa enough to let me drive this hot rod here, and it's fun coming in top three. It's nice. It was a good race. The car stayed good. It got loose a couple times, but first race out, we'll take it.
Alrighty, Alan Moeller in the 68 wraps up the top three in the 207 crate mods. And remember, folks, this is the second year of this division. Last year was the inaugural season, and it is still growing. People are still contemplating investing in this class. Cars are being built. And like Ken said, Bubba Pelton will be out here soon enough. Ryan Phillips blew up in the heat race, and hopefully he'll have that back together for the next event. But this class is still growing and prosperous. So, Ken, back up to you.
Thunder 4 Mini set to go, and we'll be getting some support in the coming weeks from the Maine Army National Guard, putting their name on this division in the coming weeks. Good stout field of Thunder Force this afternoon. Jeff Farrington out of Alna in the 0X. Then comes Derek Cook out of Livermore in the 88C. Shane Weber, the Squirrel from New Vineyard in the number 7. Then comes Greg Norton in the number 19 out of Lewiston. He insists this is his farewell tour. But I know race car drivers. This is not. Jamie Heath is in the 56 out of Waterboro. Then comes Jeff Burdett out of Otis in the number 82. Ricky Austin out of Norwich Walk starts in 7th. Sean Bergeron out of Leeds in the number 73. Then comes Mike Landry out of Madison in the 89. Kevin Greenhalgh in the number 0F out of Farmingdale. Silas Ham out of Eddington in the 37. Charles Hall out of Otisfield in the 23. Doug DeGroat, former Wiscasset Thunder 4 champion out of Oxford in the number 84. Then comes Michaela Weber out of New Vineyard in the 7X. TJ Moore out of Anson in the 3X. And Donnie Fletcher out of Farmington in the 88. 16 cars taking the green flag for a 25-lap feature. And hold on. It's going to get crazy as it always does here with the Thunder 4s. All clear on the backstretch wall. Couple veterans up on the front row, Jeff Farrington and Derek Cook. And here we go. Green flag is out. As it does on opening day, a little unusual to have the fast car starting up front. This is our only chance to do it. Handicap will make them earn it up through the field in the coming weeks. Oh, Mike Landry into the wall up in turn 1. Automatic red flag. Mike Carlton up there to check him. Window net's down in the 89. He's moving around up there. Kind of saw that one coming after the contact up into turn 1. Mike ended up right front up there to the wall, and he's climbing up out of that number 89. Our safety crew quickly over there to check on him. Pro Body Works cleanup. There's Mike climbing up out of the car. Tough break for him. He split the season last year with his buddy Pete McCollett wheeling that car, and good to see that Mike is okay. I think 37 made some contact too. They'll get over there to check on him. Silas Ham in the 37. Infield crew getting back to work. Again, Pro Body Works back on hand to help this season. Hey, one of our newest sponsors here at Wiscasset Speedway is the good folks at Midcoast Credit Union. Midcoast Credit Union is a full-service, not-for-profit financial cooperative owned by its members. The credit union serves the financial needs of hardworking folks and small businesses in Waldo, Knox, Lincoln, Saginaw, and Cumberland counties, as well as the town of Durham and Androscoggin County, all located in Midcoast, Maine. Their goal is to empower their members with resources needed to enjoy financially successful lives, and they're welcoming new members daily in each of their 5 branches. So visit their website to learn more about their innovative products, services, and to find out what Midcoast FCU can do for you. It's www.midcoastfcu.me. So we're remaining under, well, no, they're back to yellow flag, but they're going to work on the lineup while we finish the cleanup over here. So Mike Landry will go off on the hook. And 82 heading down pit road. His day is done. Or maybe going in for some adjustments. I'm not sure. Again, lineup is being set here on the front stretch. While the cleanup continues, Scott Chabak on the receiver instructing the drivers to line up. One more division to go after this to wrap up the show. It's our Darlings Brunswick Ford Super Streets. All the results from today's racing, points updates, race day schedules, all the information you need on what's happening here at Wiscasset Speedway can be found on our website, wiscassetspeedway.com. Again, want to remind you that when the show is complete and you're looking to leave, if the ground is soft, you're getting stuck, just be patient for a moment. Help each other out if you can, but we will have a tractor and assistance out there in the parking lot area to help you get out of here. Want to get everybody out of here safely, so just, again, exercise some patience, help each other out. And we'll all meet up here again next Saturday. Yeah, you see the damage on the right front where the 37 pancaked the wall. Did get 1 lap in the books on this one. Derek Cook will restart at the point with Jeff Farrington second. There's 82 back on track. Warning lights on the track are off once again. That means we're going racing next time around. Problems continue for the 82 of Jeff Burdett. He had been running in 6th position, but not anymore. Cook and Farrington get the green. We're back underway. Derek Cook with the lead, and Greg Norton sneaks in there to grab second away, and here comes Jamie Heath as well. Jamie Heath driving a car that we've seen Addie McDaniel behind the wheel of several times as well. Kevin Greenhall out of shape coming out of turn 4. Kicked up some dirt at the bottom of the turn, but that blows away. Derek Cook, he was fast in practice the last couple weeks. So far holding off the 19. 2-car breakaway. Jamie Heath running in 3rd. Farrington shuffled back to 4th. Shane Weber 5th. A little ways back to the 42 of Ricky Austin. Norton looking racy in that number 19. Took a look to the inside, but Cook shut the door on him. Derek's brother, David Cook, not able to answer the bell here for the feature this afternoon after some damage on the 44. Action all the way around the track now. Looks like Norton may be a little bit faster, but the veteran Derek Cook doing a good job holding him off. That's the closest battle on the speedway at the moment between those leaders, but just ahead of them, Michaela Weber and TJ Moore. Well, there goes Doug DeGroat down pit road. DeGroat, a former Thunder 4 champion. We'll call it a race. Leaders able to sneak by that 2-car battle. Leaders doing a good job navigating their way through the lap traffic. Instructions in the driver meeting to the lap cars: just be predictable, hold your line, and let the leaders pick their way by you. Derek Cook and Greg Norton pretty much identical lap times, but Cook with a little bit of breathing room now. Jamie Heath all alone in 3rd. Halfway this time by. Things tightening up a little bit here for the 4th and 5th position. Jeff Farrington has got it at that 0X, pushing up wide out of turn 4, letting that car eat as much racetrack as it wants. Shane Weber keeping the 7-car low. In the meantime, up front, Greg Norton has closed it back in on the race leader, who's within a car length. 10 laps to go. Coming down to these two cars, and they've got some lap traffic up ahead that may play into this one. Everybody playing nice so far. 23 gets up out of the way to let them race through. These guys turning 18.5 second laps right now, 73 mile per hour average. Five laps to go and they come to the stripe. Oh, Derek Cook gets into the 7 of Michaela Weber. Everyone goes scrambling on the front stretch. I think the closing speed was a little quicker than Derek Cook anticipated. Michaela fighting to hang on to that thing, but couldn't quite. We'll back it up to 20 laps complete. 23 of Charles Hall ends up spinning to try to avoid it. You'll get that sometime with a division like this where there's a big disparity in speed between some of these cars, and Derek Cook closing up a little quickly on that 7X of Michaela Weber. Race control getting things sorted out to get this last 5 laps in. One more division to go, the Darlings Brunswick Ford Super Streets. Folks, Wiscasset Speedway is proudly sponsored by the Lincoln County News, locally owned, locally printed, and locally published right here in Lincoln County for more than 100 years. From selectmen meetings, business openings, local sports stories, and all the things that make our towns unique, you can always count on the paper to have the scoop. Pick up this week's edition on local newsstands or visit lcnme.com for headlines and subscription info. Lincoln County News, your community, your news, your hometown paper.
5 more laps to settle it. It has been the Derek Cook versus Greg Norton show the entire way. And Derek Cook really gets the jump on the start of that one. Norton does not maintain on his top side and pretty much hands this one over so far. Let's see if Norton can reel him back in. And we got another spin. Weber is hanging on to it. Shane Weber puts it in 4x4 mode for just a second, gets it back on track, and we stay green. This time at the line, 3 laps to go.
Yeah, all coming down to that last restart. Derek Cook in charge. Greg Norton, his car looked a little bit better on the long green flag runs, but not quite on the start. 2 laps to go this time by. White Laundry flies one more time to go. 3X of TJ Moore will head down pit road and drop out early. And one more time out of turn 4, checkered flag flies, and Derek Cook will take the win. Derek's best finish last year was a second place run. So he'll pick up his first win in a while. Try to find out how far back that was as we take our cool down lap. Yeah, it'd been a couple of years. Derek's last win here at Wiscasset came in 2023 here in the Thunder 4 Mini Division. This will make his third career win here. And he and Greg Norton putting on a good race for much of that one. Don't forget, we're back in action next Saturday afternoon with Group 2 opening day. Same gate times and everything. The pit gate opens up at 9. Grandstand gate will open up at 12 o'clock for VIP season ticket holders, 1 o'clock for general admission, and the green flag will fly at 2 p.m. next Saturday afternoon with late models, strictly streets, sport mods, and road runners in action. And you guys can do your part next week by coming on back and bringing somebody else with you. Pack these stands. We got some more room for you as we get not 1 but 2 opening days here at Maine's biggest and fastest. Want to make sure we thank our friends with Coastal Auto Parts Napa. Nobody fuels Maine's car care like Coastal Auto Parts Napa, where you're wrenching in the garage or tuning for race day or keeping the family road ready. Coastal Auto Parts has got the parts, tools, and know-how to get the job done right. With over 30 locations across Maine and Mid-Coast and Central Maine, help is always just around the corner with Coastal Auto Parts Napa. Locally owned, track tested, and built for the way Maine drives. Visit them today at capnapa.com. Nick, what you got down there?
Derek Cook climbs out. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. And Ken said it's been since 2023 since you were victorious here, and you were making sure you were not denied on that final restart, huh? You did not want to get taken advantage of in the last 5 laps.
Nah, sometimes with these Celicas, getting into third, you're tacking out too much. Sometimes you miss it, and I was going to make sure I weren't missing it.
You have some fun out there. It was a good race with you and Norton.
Oh, yeah. No, I always love racing against Greg. He races me clean. I race him clean, and he was there. Definitely.
Yeah, he certainly was. Who do you want to thank on the 88C ride?
I mean, everybody that helps me. Sullivan Plumbing's one of my customers. He decided to come on board this year. I'd like to thank him. He's, one that bought me my tires, so, that helps out. And everybody that helps, and my little guy Cash, and everybody else.
All right, Derek Cook, ladies and gentlemen, victorious in the Thunder 4 class today. And Greg Norton. Yeah, man, you were just all over his back bumper. Made him earn it today. Good racing.
Yeah, I think appreciate it. Yeah, me and Derek always race clean. I gave it everything I had. He just had a little bit more. Yeah, just happy to have it in one piece. It was a little bit of activity going on, heat race and feature, so just glad that it's one piece, and I got to fix an exhaust leak by the looks of it.
Who do you want to thank for helping you on the 19 car?
My Jet Holdings, Ruper's Redemp, Sundown Construction, Wayne's Auto Repair, and of course the wife and kids, man.
All righty, Greg Norton comes home with runner-up honors on opening day. And we got Jamie Heath here in third. She's got some damage on the driver's side. Is that from today?
No, my car owner, Addie, she's a little rough on equipment. She let me run it, so.
Yeah, what's the story here? How many times are you going to run this thing?
As much as she lets me.
Oh, yeah? And she's going to run the ladies' tour with it or something?
I think so, yeah. We've got another one that's a twin to this. It's probably quicker. We should have brought that one, but we'll have something for these two soon.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Great third-place run for the for the 56 car owned by Addie Foster. You said. Who do you want to thank for sponsors?
I'm not even sure who advertises on her car, but I think she's got the Ralph Corp, Ruper's, and thank her and her dad and family for letting me run it.
All righty, Jamie Heath pilots the 56 to a top 3 run on opening day, and we'll get these top 3 Thunder 4 cars in front of Derek Cook's ride for some top 3 photos in Coastal Auto Parts Napa Victory Lane. Once again, Napa Auto Parts, brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, has 30 locations across the state since 1981, and you can find one near you at www.capnapa.com.
All right, Super Streets presented by Darlings Brunswick Ford. We'll wrap up our show this afternoon. 30 laps on the table for them, their regular distance. Lineup for this one has David Greenleaf, codenamed Speedleaf, out of Woolwich in the number 58 is outside from Richmond. It is Caleb Emerson Maines. Row number 2 has the number 43 of Kevin Douglas out of Sydney. To his outside, Josh Hall in the 117 out of Mount Vernon. PJ Merrill is in the 00 out of Canton. To his outside is the reigning Super Street champion, Noah Haggett from Woolwich. On row number 4 to be the number 48 of Dan Nesmith out of Chelsea. Landon Tapley in the number 52 out of Washington. Then comes Kevin Sherman in the number 11S out of Woolwich. Andy Caherl out of Biddeford in the number 19. And father and son at the back of the line, Ben Jewett in the 97. Brandon Jewett in the number 77. Dave Sturgis ready to turn him loose for our final feature of the afternoon. Here we go. Green is out. Good jump for Caleb Emerson Maines, but David Greenleaf back on the hammer. Regains that lead down to turn number 3 and brings Kevin Douglas with him up the inside rail for second. Maines will settle it down into the 3rd spot, just ahead of a good side-by-side battle between P.J. Merrill and Josh Hall. Kevin Douglas wheeling a car that Dan McKay Jr. raced last year for Peter Lind. It's nice to see that Kevin's retirement tour is going so well. Since he retired, he has now time to race in 2 divisions. So I know he probably regrets ever saying the word retirement because we knew he was actually not retiring. He just said he was getting away from regular racing. But now he's regular racing again, so. Things starting to settle down up there in the front 5. Greenleaf, Douglas, Emerson Maines, top 3. Then comes P.J. Merrill and Dan Nesmith. David Greenleaf was the winner on opening day last year. Still holds about a 1-car length lead. Oh, the champ heading down pit road. Noah Haggett dropping out early. Noah had a podium finish on opening day last year, but one other Super Street driver here today, but broke down in practice. Jason Oakes not able to race this afternoon other than 1 round of practice. Kevin Douglas sawing on the wheel of that 43. Saw him on exit really working that wheel. Ten complete will make it 11 by the stripe this time. Last year, Caleb Emerson Maines had 3 podium finishes with a season best 2nd. Didn't see too much of P.J. Merrill last year. He did run 1 late model sportsman race as a substitute driver for Brett Osmond. Emerson Maines, no pressure from the front, in front or behind, so searching around for some grip in that number 4 car. This time by to be halfway. On the number 58 of David Greenleaf, the new cleanly shaven and haircut David Greenleaf. He took a bit of ribbing early in the day during practice. People thinking he was David Greenleaf's younger brother, but hey, if that'll get you the lead and have you keep it wire to wire, then so be it. He's doing a good job today, actually pulling away now. Pulling away from that 43 of Kevin Douglas.
And the reigning champion, Noah Haggett, makes his return. Got to scrounge up as many points as he can. The championship could come down to this very day if Noah Haggett loses out. It could all be determined by this bad run on opening day to start his championship campaign. Greenleaf unchallenged by Kevin Douglas. Douglas might fall victim to Caleb Emerson Maines slightly closing in with the number 4 car. And we've got 2 hands in the air, 10 laps to go. It's a top 3 breakaway with PJ Merrill fending off Dan Nesmith for 4th and 5th right there. Kevin Sherman just outside the top 5 in the 11. And the short straw racing number 52 of Landon Tapley is right on the back bumper of Kevin Sherman. Almost bumper to bumper for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. .30-lap feature for the Darlings Brunswick Ford Super Streets. Now with 7 laps to go, this time at the line for David Greenleaf. And Emerson Maines is sideways out of 4. Holy smokes, I thought he was going around. And PJ Merrill gets shuffled up off the bottom, and Nesmith is coming up through into 4th. Sherman's gonna try to follow in the 11 car. What a save by Caleb Emerson Maines. He was all over the rear end of Kevin Douglas, certainly looking like he had a second place capable car, but not anymore without the aid of a caution. He is way behind the top 2 now. Emerson Maines settles in very comfortably with 3rd. As the battle resumes for 4th. PJ Merrill still not giving up in the 2nd groove. Dan Nesmith trying to take the 4th position away, but Merrill still has a nose this time with some momentum down the back chute. One more lapped car right up ahead that the leaders might approach before the race closes. We're looking at 3 laps to go.
David Greenleaf still with plenty of breathing room over Kevin Douglas. Emerson Maines solid in 3rd, and what a great battle continuing there for 4th between Dan Nesmith and PJ Merrill. 2 laps to go. White flag will fly. 1 to go for Speedleaf. Again, winner on opening day, looking to double up. Dan Nesmith takes the 4th spot by 1/1000th of a second. Checkers fly for Greenleaf. David Greenleaf gets the win. Kevin Douglas 2nd. Caleb Emerson Maines 3rd. And what a battle to the line. Dan Nesmith First best finish in a while for him, running that 48 car in fourth. PJ Merrill stuck it on the outside and stayed there much of the second half of the race. Brings it home with a respectable fifth place finish. Sherman sixth, Tapley seventh, Caherl eighth. Brandon Jewett gets the best of his dad in ninth. Ben Jewett will finish in 10th. David Greenleaf, second year in a row, taking opening day honors with the Super Streets. Big thank you again to Darlings Brunswick Ford. And we'll get ready for our final Victory Lane celebration. And as you folks are heading for the exits, again, a reminder, patience pays off. We appreciate patience in leaving. If you see somebody struggling to maybe get close to getting stuck, see if you can help them out. If not, things looking too bad to get out, we'll have a tractor or a wrecker over there to help folks out. We just ask that you use patience, and we'll get everyone out of here. Typical spring issues. Top three rolling over here to Victory Lane. And if you haven't seen David Greenleaf in a little while, you're a bit of a shock when he hops out of this car. A clean-shaven David Greenleaf. And good job from our Super Streets this afternoon. Good job from all our divisions in a opening day program. And let's send things trackside. Nick Huff, one more time with your top three.
Oh, he is pumped, folks. David Greenleaf, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. He has got a knack for opening day, that's for sure. His one and only win last year was opening day. And David, are we going to see some more this year?
God, I hope so. I don't have a second car right now, so kind of need to do it with this.
Yeah, awesome run. Had him covered today. Who do you want to thank on this 58 ride?
Man, I got to thank everybody here. I got to thank Primo Glass, Fortin's Forest Products, NEPA of Wiscasset Bath and Booth Bay, my boss, Hawk Motors. Who else? Ward & Sons Construction, Good & You Service, Red Zeets, Apple Valley, and obviously Penny Stratch. She's helped me a lot in my racing career. I can't thank everybody enough.
Does it feel good? You seem pretty pumped.
Oh, it feels great. And I also got to thank James Osman. He built this car, 4 or 5 years ago now? And he motivated me by telling me I was a 10th place car because I didn't touch it over the winter. So he had me fired up.
Yeah, well, your dad said you didn't touch it over this last winter either.
I didn't touch it again. I did the same thing I did last year. We go to Bristol with the boys, come back and win.
There you go. Greenleaf gets it done again on opening day. Heck of a run. Kevin Douglas tried to maintain with him. Had a decent short run car to hang with him, but just not enough at the end.
Yeah, you know, it's I haven't driven one of these things in almost 20 years, so it was a lot of fun. I just didn't quite have enough. It was a little too free center off and couldn't really lay the throttle down like I wanted to. But no, overall, you know, second, I'll take it. I definitely need to thank this guy right here, Peter, for letting me drive this car. I'm only doing it a few times, but, you know, Dan will still be driving it some too. But I got to thank him and Luke for all the work. I know he helps on the car. Charlie's Motor Mall, Redline. I'm not sure if he's got any more sponsors, but that's what's on there. And today's kind of awesome because my whole family's here. I got my grandkids here, my wife, both my daughters, my brother's here, my parents, you know. I really appreciate everybody coming out, and all in all, it was a good opening day.
Hey, Ken likes to joke around and say that, you know, it's a good thing you retired from racing because now you have more time for two cars.
Yeah, well, you know, I retired from full-time racing. I will never run for a championship again, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I know. There's a technicality there. We know what it's all about.
I just want to have some fun, you know. And
we're having fun with you.
Well, I appreciate it. That's fine. It's all good. I could take it. So, no, it was great. Thank you all the fans coming out, Rich and Vanessa, for all they do with this place, you too. Really appreciate everybody.
All right, Kevin Douglas, folks, in a Super Street for the first time in quite some time, at least a decade. And Caleb Emerson Maines, holy smokes, for a moment there. I thought you were going to have something for him, and you were drifting it out of turn 4. How did that feel?
Yeah, I think we had something for Kevin there, just at least battle him a little bit, and I just put a little too much wheel into it, trying to get a run on him, and we saved it, and it's saved a third place finish, so I can't complain too much. We had a pretty good car today, a good starting point to try to dial it in for the rest of the year, and yeah, it should be fun. I got to thank everybody in the pit helping, Jonathan, my dad, Todd, Scooter, Anthony, Irvy, Zach, everybody that's back there, Dan, Keith, Devin. I got to thank all my sponsors, Netto's Reno, Romeo's in Yarmouth, CZ Plumbing, Toddy Brook Golf Course, Portland Plastic Pipe, Emerson's Garage, Yankee Yard Works, Ben Bailey Excavation, Moody's Collision, Portland Glass, probably forgetting one of them, but thanks to everyone that helps out. The pits are real full with a bunch of support today, so thank you guys.
All right, heck of a run, heck of a save for Caleb Emerson Maines to wind up in the top 3 on opening day. Fear the Beard with Caleb Emerson Maines, Kevin Douglas, and David Greenleaf in front of the winning number 58 car one more time in Coastal Auto Parts Napa Victory Lane to wrap up our first opening day of 2 at Wiscasset Speedway. We hope to see you back next Saturday for our second installment of opening day. Same time, same place, same price. Ken Minot, why don't you take us home?
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, why not? We had such a good time today. Let's do another opening day next week. Group 2 in action, late models, strictly streets, sport mods, and road runners. And same gate time, pit gate at 9, grandstand gate at 12 noon for VIP season ticket holders, 1 p.m. general admission, and green flag flies at 2 o'clock. $5 gets you in here on the grandstand side, so bring some more friends with you. We'll make room. So one final time on behalf of Richard and Vanessa Jordan and the entire staff, we want to thank you for coming to Wiscasset Speedway. Have a great rest of your weekend, and